So, without further ado, I shall introduce this adventure. So, you are an adventuring party of soulbound people, characters, heroes, which basically means that you have sworn yourself to Sigmar, who is the god king, and you have sworn yourself to each other. So your souls are bounded together for a singular purpose. And your mission that you've been given, your first mission together as a soulbound party, is to travel to the city of Brightspear, which is in the realm of fire. So Brightspear was a city that was founded by Sigmar's forces, and then during the Age of Chaos was taken over by Chaos, and now Sigmar wants it back. And they have started doing that, but the problem is the realm gate in Brightspear is not functioning. So the only way to get to Brightspear is by airship, which is a long, perilous journey, which is what you're going to do. And just forget that the adventure is called Crash and Burn, really. That's the stage.
Spoilerific.
So it's better than Descent into Avernus.
So basically we're trying to open up like a better access route to get to the city so they can take it over better, because right now it's a bit of a faff trying to take it over because they have to fly them in. And so who's currently occupying it? Lots of undead and demons, or? So
at the moment the Free Peoples and Sigmar's allies have actually taken most of it over. Okay. But they still think there are chaotic forces at play and stopping the realm gate from working. The realm gate that you do use takes you to the city of Hammerhall, which is the stronghold in the realm of fire, and you go there from the realm of life, and so you basically exchange this kind of serene, nice, humid atmosphere for the dry, dusty, hot, arid city of Hammerhall.
Lovely.
And so
we're getting the boat over from Hammerhall, are we?
Pardon?
We're getting the boat over from Hammerhall to Brightspear, are we?
Yes.
Cool.
So you make your way to the airship docks, which are these huge spires you can see above the streets, all sort of interlinked with wooden bridges, with the undersides of huge airships docked at all the ports. You travel through the marketplace, the bustling marketplace of Hammerhall. You pick up various items that you need for the journey, various supplies, and after a few hour or so, you find yourself at the foot of the spires leading up to the airship docks.
I haggled a few nice hats along the way as well. That's kind of my thing with haggling, so we've all got really nice hats. I got a good deal.
Yeah, a lot of the marketplace is just other Dwarden haggling and stuff, and so you reach the bottom of the airship dock, and there is a large queue formed. Loads of different people with all this type of cargo waiting to get onto this mechanical lifting platform to get up to the airships. So while you wait, let's go around, and each character can say their name and basically what their role is in the party, and we'll go by initiative. So I believe, Daryl, you start.
Oh, I start.
I think you're initiative 6.
I didn't roll anything yet.
It's okay. I think you don't roll for initiative in this.
Okay, that's interesting.
Don't roll for initiative.
Right, so in that case, the name's Imran Sealgear. Sealgear. A scholar, but not one that is typically like the quote-unquote nerdy type. I'm not into just like constantly researching these things and everything, and more infatuated with the wonders of the natural world and how that works and how everything flows between just raw materials and how they can be used, etc. Character-wise, quite cool, quite calm-headed. Always excited to get into something new. A bit of an interesting fellow to have at least I believe to have in your party, because you'll always find something entertaining to do with this mage in particular. I think that's like a good brief overview.
Yeah, and her kind of faction, the Ideneth Deepkin, are elves that live underwater.
Yes,
so, and I
which
believe
is one of the first things.
Yeah.
That basically I liked about her.
Yeah, and I think their mages basically create this kind of bubble on land, which allows them to swim on land, which is super cool. And I think, Darak, I think you're initiative 5?
I thought my 4 was good.
Yeah.
4.
And that's with the
I've
plus.
got 5 as well, so you know.
Oh, then it's Malgra is 5. Apologies.
Nice. Yes. I'm Malga Daneson, and a bit of a hot-headed dwarf engineer. I've just retconned that Malga helped build the engines for the skyship we're on, so they're pretty proud of their work. Yeah, they were in this fleet with some of their work they did, so they're pretty excited for you guys to get on the checkout. So they're going to be very excited to see how impressed you are with the workings of the skyship. Techie engineer, likes a good bit, likes to be under a bit of good combat, ready to mix things up, excited for a bit of a scuffle, not one to shy away from danger. Here pretty much to support in a very explosive manner, and do all your tech repairs and bring all your gadgets and goodness with you.
Nice. And he's like ranged, and he's mostly a ranged character, right? They are mostly a ranged character, right?
Yeah, but I've got a nice saw blade to get up close and personal, so it doesn't really matter which one.
You've got like a huge, like a hacksaw situation.
Yeah, grenades and drill launchers and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, lots of explosions going on.
Crikey.
Okay, should we do Vel Arturius, the Knight Questor?
Yes. So my character is Vel Arturius, and she is a Stormcast Eternal, a Knight Questor. So Stormcast Eternals are people who have died as great heroes and are reforged by the God King Sigmar himself. And they get a little piece of his essence imbued in them when they are forged on the anvil of apotheosis. She's an imposing 7'5" tall, clad in gleaming Sigmarite golden armor, with a sword and shield, and she is the embodiment of Sigmar's beliefs, a staunch battler of chaos, charged with the Knight Questors are they're questing knights, so they're given special quests by perhaps by Sigmar himself to go off away from their storm host of warriors to do holy duties. She's probably quite the Stormcast sometimes perhaps stand a little apart from mortal humans, perhaps a little detached through their nature of being functionally immortal. But she's a stalwart defender and honourable soul.
Yeah, you're also, interestingly, you're not part of the Soulbound because you're already like part of Sigmar's force, so you kind of might be with this party in sort of like a supervision sort of way, or like a kind of
the Questors have like their own missions that they're doing, and from time to time it may align with what the Soulbound are up to, or perhaps their mission might need the help of the Soulbound to achieve, but they're sort of not really quite a part of the team.
Yeah. Cool. And then Dadak. The group.
Okay, I was thinking about doing a Scottish accent, but then realised trees aren't really Scottish, I suppose.
I could try and get West Country if you want Scottish, but usually I'm Scottish anyway, so you know.
Yeah, I'll be an apple tree, and you can make cider from my apple.
I love it. I love it.
Just squelch the apples off your head.
So, standing tall, I'm an 11.5-foot tree. Coming in at 907 kilograms. I'm a vengeful hunter of Kurnoth. So, you know, God bless Alariel and everything. I just want to protect the forest, you know. Protect all the little woodland creatures, and if you attack them, then I'll break you in half.
Okay.
But yeah, the Kurnoth hunters are like the kind of like the scouts, the frontline soldiers of the Sylvaneth. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you're like mostly, I think you've got a sword and a bow, but
Yeah.
you've got like a ability with your, I think you can like rain arrows on a whole zone or something, which is pretty.
Hail of Doom.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I'm surprisingly stealthy as well,
Yeah.
and you know, have nature tendencies.
Yeah. I
That's
also.
it, really.
Yeah, I noticed as well the Sylvaneth have a thing where between rests they can apply a bonus to a different skill.
Oh.
So at the moment it's stealth, but when we have a rest, you can actually put a point in something else if you want, because you're basically having memories from spirits or something,
Nice.
which is cool. All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, I've got an owl and a squirrel living in my branches.
Well, then, eh?
Friends.
Perhaps if we run low on supplies at any point.
Oh no.
If they run, then you know bad stuff's coming. It's like a canary.
It's fine. Stormcast don't really eat unless they fancy it.
It's true. Yeah, like vampires. So, you climb aboard the Duardin-made lift platform, TM, which starts to crank up towards the sky with a puff of ether energy. And you reach the top, and you come across a scene, and it's much like a dock that you would see, a harbour that you would see, but obviously it's 100 foot in the air. And Malgra, you probably can see all of the order in the chaos. This is very familiar, very organised to you. Vel, you probably have been in chaotic campsites and militaristic sort of areas, and you probably know that there should be some order of operations amongst all this. But I think what are your other characters' names? Dirac and Daryl's character. Forgotten your name.
Imren.
Imren and Dirac. You're just like completely overwhelmed with all these dwarves running around and people and elves and all sorts. And ahead of you, you see a Duardin standing on top of a crate, yelling at various people, giving directions, telling them to go to this ship or that ship, or go down and bring this here and bring that there. And so you approached him and asked him for directions to your ship that you are to aboard, and the name is the Grungni's Face. Grungni being the god of the dwarfs. And the dwarf simply responds and shouts back, "Just find the ship with the great big face on it." And he points you down to the east side of the dock.
I know. I drilled that face in myself. Thank you very much. Come on, everyone.
So you make your way down the docks, passing all manner of airships. They're clearly not made to a certain standard. There are smaller ones, huge ones made of just ironclad metal, some that are more made of wood. You also see, as you go down the dock, other non-Duardin folk, other potentially parties like yourself who are sent here to escort the fleet. You see a clan of fire slayers, dwarves, with their muscles bared and their big ginger mohawks and beards, laughing at a joke. You see a coven of elf witches taking turns to throw their long, slim daggers at the mast pole on their ship, much to the annoyance of the crew around them. You also pass the biggest airship that you can see in the fleet, which you guess should be the flagship, with the words "The Grund" embossed on the side in gold. And aboard that ship, you see 3 Stormcast Eternal with great big dagger-like silver wings, all hefting hand hammers and great bows. And Val, you know these to be the similar to your role, but the more of the ones who scout ahead and basically like pick off scouts and, you know, amazing archers and scouts. So it's clearly quite a big deal. You eventually arrive at your ship, Grundy's face, and you see a great big brass, frowning, bearded face on the prow of the ship. And once you're aboard, you meet your captain, and her name is Brokkisdotter. And she's a unusually tall Duardin with tattoos that you can see snaking down her neck and appearing on her hands.
Nice.
Very brusque character, very professional, makes it very obvious that she is there just for the pay, and she's hoping that your trip is incredibly boring and uneventful, and that it is an easy payday.
She clearly hasn't seen the title of the adventure yet, has she?
I'm in the adventure. Get there and come home. Go to the
I flash on my tattoo as well on my right shoulder. It's the arm of the crest of Barak Nar, my home city. I just give give one of those. Just, you know, show me got the
yeah. You also meet her first mate. Actually, I think I'm going to show you the picture of her. And you also meet her first mate, Rygorn Grungson, who has tattoos more on his face, and he also bears one arm sleeveless, and you can see an intricate, almost like maze of tattoos going down his arm, and he is even more professional than his captain is, and brisk, and when he's not talking to you, he is yelling at the crew to get the ship in order for disembarkation.
I don't flash in my tattoo because it's a bit too impressive, so I just away from that one.
So after a few hours, the fleet starts to disembark, and to much fanfare from people on the ground below and on the docks, and the flagship finally sets off, the big ironclad, and your ship takes up one of the flanking positions. And that's it, and you're off. You're standing aboard the deck of the ship. It's not a very big one, but there is space inside, compartments that you can stay in. And so at this point, I will ask each person, what are you doing to occupy yourself during the trip? You can either say something that you want to do, or you can tell me a skill that you'd like to use, and I'll tell you how you can use it, basically.
Well, Malga's just mainly grabbing anyone's attention they can to be like, you know, fun fact number 54 about these Englins here. If you give them enough thrust, you can reach a speed of 4,000 knots in an hour. And he's just talking to anyone who listens, really. Not doing much useful, really. Just trying to show off his knowledge, knowledge.
So, would you say that you're doing a lore test?
Yes.
Okay, let me just see. So, our first test of the day. Can you give me a 4-1 lore test?
I'll roll 3d6. I have no extra skills in it, so I'm just rolling 3d6.
Yep. So you just need 1 4.
Okay, here we go. Oi!
There you go.
Hey,
Out
smashed
of the
it.
park.
So, since you know the history of this ship, you regale to anyone who listened. Maybe it's the rest of the party. Maybe it's some of the crew who are curious about your shouting. You know that the ship's unique name came about after a near catastrophic encounter with a megalophin during a sky mining operation. With the weapons destroyed and lives on the line, Captain Brockisdotter ordered the ship to ram the megalophin at full speed. They delivered a killing blow right into the beast's bellowing maw as the captain screamed, "Aye, say that again to Grugny's face."
Nice.
Um,
And that's how she got her scars. The end of the story.
cool. So, anyone else? How are you passing the time?
I think Vel is probably sort of almost sort of patrolling around the airship, sort of trying to gauge the strength and worthiness of the others who are sort of on this voyage.
Yeah, maybe roll me a 4-1 test, and we'll see.
In what?
Anything you like.
Intuition. Anything you like. Well, I think intuition does sound most appropriate, even though it's not. So let's go with that. Okay.
Nice, you got it. So what was the thing you were trying to find out?
I'm trying to gauge sort of the strength and sort of dedication of those around, sort of, listening in on conversations, perhaps interacting with those who are talking about, what faces them at the end of this journey, that sort of thing.
Okay, so from what you can tell, and you probably encountered Dwadin sort of Kharadron crew before, because Stormcast use them a lot. They're very useful because they provide transportation and supplies and all this. So you know that they can hold their own in a fight. The ship has gun turrets. The captain, the first mate, clearly very, very tough. The crew seem very experienced, but this is probably their first time going to Brightspear, and it's probably the longest journey they've taken in a while. They're a little bit worried about what they'll see. This is the first time they've gone to a city that's still basically a war zone in some description, and also actually is not very hospitable at the best of times. You look over the edge and it's just mountains of dust, like Death Valley style. Actually, I can show you the map.
Nice.
Oh, lovely map.
A lovely map. So you can kind of see Hammerhal on the east side, and then Brightspear right on the left, on the west.
Yes.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
So as far as you could possibly be travelling, really.
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks journey, so I guess maybe some tensions are frayed a little bit. Cool. So
I'm just in I'm at the center of the ship, just rooted into the flooring.
Everyone's just plucking off fine cider apples.
Ships make me a bit uncomfortable.
yeah, probably. Why is the ground moving?
This flying beast.
Yeah. So maybe roll me a law test and see if you basically pick up anything whilst you're standing in the middle of the like a statue. Looks like it. Looks like you got 2 successes.
It looks like you rolled 46, and you need to be at 5 there, so.
So you learn that you hear the gossip of the crew talking about Brightspear, and what they keep saying with kind of a bit of a nervousness in their voice is that the city was basically overrun with undead when the necroquake happened, which is something that happened some years ago when Nagash, the god of death, reawoke, and a lot of undead started coming back to life. And the rumours is that underneath the city there's a vast amount of ruins, ancient tunnels that are still unexplored. So there's this general feeling that actually they want to seem like it's actually all fine now, but they could be basically sitting on top of not only a bunch of undead, but also a bunch of chaos cults.
Right. I'll keep this information to myself.
and your owl.
Yeah.
And
I'm just
well.
kind of like shielding my owls and my branches now, protecting my little friends from the vast amounts of dust in the air.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's
Sad.
probably very, very wearing on the root on your bark. So Imran,
Yes.
What do you get up to?
So Imran is like, obviously they're going to like relatively unknown territory for them, and she'd like to see if she can get a bit of a hint of the winds of magic. So trying to use her witch's sight to see like if there's any particularly like strong strong entities approaching or nearby her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do me a 4-1 test for your. I think it's channeling, right?
I think it would be channeling, yes.
Which is mind.
That is not good.
So you do pass. You don't really detect much magic around you. It's all fairly, apart from other beings on other of the ships in the fleet. Perhaps there's other magic users aboard. It's probably quite likely. There's like the free guild of mages that will be hired out to do work for Sigmar's armies. But yes, is that something that you're doing on a regular basis?
Not on a regular basis, but she would like to like make sure that there's no surprises that can pop up. Trying to feel a bit more comfortable. Once she feels comfortable, then she can just be like herself and everything. But until then, tension is always a bit of an issue.
Okay. Well, I think after about a few days, maybe when you're just starting to feel like you can relax a bit,
Mm-hmm.
You start to feel like a sense of magic coming kind of far in front of where the fleet is heading, and you start to hear a commotion. You'll hear a commotion on the deck, and you get up to the deck, and you see ahead of you this huge, roiling, thunderous, purple-black cloud, and you hear the crew shouting to each other. You hear the captain shouting orders, the first mate bellowing as the whole fleet tries to do evasive maneuvers to not go into this cloud. But it almost seems to expand and head towards the main body of the fleet. And suddenly you're hit and you're going straight into this cloud, and the ship is sort of rocking all over the place. Your visibility is really low. You can hardly see anything like beyond the edge of the ship, and then you start hearing screeching noises, and these creatures that are like flying manta rays start flying past the ship, and these Avarian humanoids on floating discs with large bows start flying around the ship. And so it is time to roll initiative. But not really.
So we don't need to roll.
Without rolling it.
Well, this is what I'm really curious. The idea of zones is really interesting. This is a lovely map.
This is really cool.
It's really cool.
Oh, that is really cool.
I'm looking forward to understanding zones and how this works.
Yeah. Can you tell us how the zones are on this ship? Is it all
So
one?
Yeah, so the insides of the ship, you can see these rooms. That's a zone. And then the deck I've split into 2 zones. So you've got the port and starboard zones, basically.
Okay, and
they are
which one?
physically done as well.
Some of us aren't trained sailors.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's left.
sorry.
Some of us.
Stage left.
Port is left. If you're facing the front of the boat. So
Right.
no.
Oh.
I would only accept port zone and starboard zone, which is
Our left
is starboard.
is
on this map, yeah.
right.
Yeah. So what zone are the flying things? They're
So they'd be another
sky,
zone.
is it?
So let me just. Yeah, the sky will be a separate zone.
okay. Nice.
Cool.
Starboard sky and port sky.
Yeah. So
Love it.
they do get a surprise
All right.
round.
So there's initiative, I guess. So it's always kind of split on different sides. Nice.
Aha! Vel can never be surprised.
Oh, classic Discord.
Okay.
I can
So what
still
does that
hear
mean?
you.
Vel is always ready. Vel saw this cloud,
Mm.
drew her sword, and was prepared for combat already.
So I guess
perhaps the
you're,
others didn't heed the warning in time.
yeah, you probably get to act then in the surprise round.
Yes, if you say so.
Cool.
We've got a surprise round, or should I drop the Discord for a moment? We've got a surprise, or
So Val isn't surprised. So she
Yeah,
can
yeah.
she can
They are
act
surprised,
in the surprise round, but none of the others can.
Yeah, we're not the ones ambushing the purple cloud.
no, I didn't think so. That's why it's a lot. Now I got it.
What if we sneak up on it? Cool. So these then it's a player turn first.
Well, then it's got to be Bell's turn, then,
Oh,
right?
actually, no.
Yeah.
'Cause that's. Hang on. Let me just make sure that they have an initiative. Oh, their initiative is 6 actually. So they actually
Whoa.
go first.
And it
Have-
is them.
Yeah.
Have they actually landed, or are you going to throw your sword at them?
I
For
think I'm just going to shout some inspiring words, perhaps, or something. Quite glad they get to act first, actually.
Yeah.
By Sigmar be stricken.
So
Smite you with my words.
they have a 5 dice, and their ranged, their accuracy is good. So how does that compare to your defense?
I think mine's medium, I think.
I'm good.
You're good as well.
No,
So
I'm
that
average.
means- So that means their difficulty is a 4, I believe. So they're each going to roll 5d6.
This is a nice song.
There's
Yeah, I like the music.
So
Steampunk Airship by Tabletop Audio. Thank you.
I thought that's good, isn't it?
How convenient.
So yeah, it's just getting my mind around this. So I've rolled 1, 2, 3 successes plus 1, so it's 4 damage. Sorry, yeah. So it is 4 damage from the first arrow on you, Vel.
Vel, okay, my armor is 3, so I believe that will reduce my toughness by 1.
Indeed. And then the other one is the same.
They're both at me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've taken some toughness damage.
What was your starting toughness?
9.
Okay, nice.
Cool. And then these other ones on the side are gonna take aim at some of the crew. This crewman here.
Oh no.
So let's just do.
Yeah.
So crew members have a defense of average, so the test is only a 3, which means that 1, 2, 3.
Just gonna
so it's
reconnect
4
quickly.
damage each. So it's 3. So unfortunately, this crew member is cut down.
Jesus.
Oh well,
Bleh.
that's not good.
Which one's gone?
This one that was here.
Oh, I didn't see one update. Am I not?
Also, who's this person here?
Wow.
What do you mean?
We know this person.
You have met this person perhaps during the ship's voyage. His name is Vargi Coghammer, and he is the ship's navigator.
Okay.
And he's mostly spends his time drinking and making jokes with the rest of the crew. So, since none of you seem to do much socializing, you didn't really meet him, but you do hear his cackles throughout the ship, especially at night when everyone's drinking. And I think he probably likes to make jokes about when he sees you, Vel. He likes to like tap your armor, and it's like, "Good thing we got you here, then, eh?" Like that.
I think Vel would absolutely love that. Very sort of mortals.
Yeah. Cool. So that's the surprise round over. So who? So Imran, you have initiative of 6, right?
Yeah.
So you get
Yes,
to
I do.
you get to go. You get to go first.
Okay, good. So, a bit of a question with regards to ranges. So,
Yeah.
I have a bunch of spells that have medium range.
Yeah.
But what would medium range be in this case?
So on the combat.
Any zone adjacent to your current zone.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't act in the surprise round.
Oh yes. Sorry. Yes.
I
go.
will, during the surprise round, start taking the dodge action.
Okay.
Yes. To not get shot by more arrows.
Cool.
That takes place to start my next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't think
As Mikey said, it's medium is the next zone across. Long is 2
Okay.
zones across, and then close is anything in your zone.
Okay, so in that case, I should be able to target these two little guys with my Arcane Blast spell.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, so that's exactly what I'll do then.
Cool.
Pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
So yes. Okay. So
That's nice. How are
What's
you guys
your-
getting auto rolls and stuff? Is that just from your character sheet?
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your damage? 1 damage
It's
per
just
success.
one per success. So just barely doing anything, but trying to get a little bit of a feel. Like I'm on an airship. Not
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Very.
With your
Cool.
focus, can you turn your 5 into a 6? Is that how that works?
That's what it should do, yeah.
Yes.
So you would get 2 successes if you did that.
Oh. In that case, then yes.
Okay.
That's good to know. I
There's
didn't
2
read that.
Also, as well, metal is a resource
Yes.
that you regain metal at the beginning of your turn. So you can literally
So
use it
use
every
it.
single turn, basically.
Use every turn.
And the most easiest thing to do is just do 2 actions in a turn.
But I can also use it to negate magic that's being cast, which is why I want to
Yes.
hold on to mine.
Yes, exactly. Unbind.
Nice.
Cool. So, who is? I think the Zangors can attack next. So we get 2 more start flying in, and 2 more of
Jesus.
the little thingies that
Jesus.
come along. So these 2 Zangors will attack you again, Vel.
Okay.
So there's a 3 damage and
I'm now great at defense for this round.
which makes
Very
it
nice.
DN5, is it?
What's their attack?
Good.
Good.
So is that
Good
1
against
above?
great.
Yes. So it'll be that's 1 above.
So it's 5s. Okay, so that's just 2 damage and 3 damage.
Okay. So that all
Take
gets
the
negated.
both.
Nice. Pling, pling, pling as you like slam against the side of the ship. I guess.
Shield raised. It's a big one.
Yeah, yeah. These Zangors continue to try and pick off the crew as they kind of run around trying to make sure the engines are still like functioning and stuff. It's only actually I think 3s threes do actually hit there. Yeah, defense is average, so that one is unfortunately popped.
No.
Blah. Tell my wife. Yeah, stupid bitch. Cool, and then these two still in this. I think these two actually come and land onto the deck and hop off of their discs. And start firing at. They start firing at you, Malgra.
Bring it on.
What's your defense?
It's very, very average. It's aggressively average.
Okay, so on threes then. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 of damage.
Oof.
And then a 3 damage.
Oof. Not a great start. Not a great start. Right, let me try and actually update my character then. Okay, that's what we get, I guess. Where's my... There it is. Toughness. Oh, this toughness all bollocks. Fine, I'm going to scribble it on. Cool.
Armor?
So that was... Yeah, only 2 armor though. So that was, I think, 4 damage from the sound of it, which is not great when I have a 7. So I have 3 toughness left.
Oh,
So there we go. Yeah.
Okay, and these guys all go and try and hit the guy who's on the turret there, who's just full on. They only get 3 dice, and then Melee's average. They will be hitting on 4s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the crew. Yeah, that's just enough to take out that crew guy, and the gun stutters to a stop.
Jesus.
And you hear Brock's daughter come out of the captain's quarters, and she levels her big boomstick cannon at the Zangors, and she is going to try and blast them. So the athematic volley gun.
Why haven't you got one of those?
Got an athematic saw.
So their defense is average.
You've got loads of stuff.
So 1, 2, 3 plus 2.
I did take the noob class because it's the coolest class.
Hello. I'm a tree.
hello.
Better if you were a gold tree.
Oh yes, the silver
Shiny
tree of Distilith.
Yeah, so she blasts those Zangors in front of her, just jumped onto the ship, and she says,
Get off
and she-
my ship!
Exactly, and she yells, "Somebody get on the gun!" Like that. So that's all the baddies. Oh no, and these
Jesus.
little guys will come and start pecking at that guy. So yeah, next initiative. Who's on 5?
I am on 5.
Yeah. Good.
Right, so I'm gonna go for the. Let's see when it's close. Fred, why are they better? The blast. It's so confusing. So if I use my blast drill launcher, I'm gonna hit both these dudes to the left here, right? They're gonna get blasted together. Okay. Is that sound alright?
Which ones?
On the left here.
Oh.
I wanna use my drill launcher on them. It's got a blast
Yeah.
trait, so I think I'll blast both of them. Great. Okay, dokie. My ranged is good. What's their defense?
Average.
So I'm on a 3 to DN or a 4 is that? Yeah, 3.
If you're good, then it's a 3. Yeah.
Groovy baby. Right, let's fire off 5d6. Oh, and wait. Just for fun, I'll use my metal then to double my training. So I
Okay.
double the number of dice I get from my training in a skill which is ballistic, so it's 2, so I get another 2 dice. So I'm going to use 7 d6 to hit them. That's what I'm going to do, which might be overkill, but I don't know how tough these things are, you know?
Do you have any focus in that as well? You can.
I do have a focus, yeah, so I'll be shifting one of those up a bit as well.
Doesn't make any
so
difference.
They smushed, are they?
Well, no, because you've got 2 1s, so you can't get those up to a 3.
Oh yeah, good point.
Unless you have 2 focus.
No, I only have 1.
Okay.
Well, actually, good point. That's a good point. Actually, I mean, it says I got focus in my drill launch at +1, but I think that's coming from the focus I have +1 in my ballistic skill.
Yeah.
I assume that's where it pulls that from.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
+1.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So yeah.
damage
So
you
yeah,
got?
that's looks like 5 wounds to me.
Plus, you should have a base.
Oh yes,
damage
+2.
as well.
Yes. Base damage is 7 then. So it's 5 successes plus 2 damage. So 7 damage.
7 damage
on both of them.
Okay, they have an
On both
armor of 1, so it's down to 6. But you do knock them pretty badly.
Okay.
And you use your metal already, have you? Yeah.
You have a metal to boost the number of damage to that. Yeah.
Cool. So initiative 4 people now.
That's me.
I'm 4. You can go, Mr. Tree.
Thank you.
I mean, Darak.
That is Darak to you, human. I am Darak.
Mighty
Right.
Derek.
How far can I move? How do I work that out?
So you can move anywhere within your zone as a free action, or you can move to an adjacent zone per turn as well.
Okay. So I can reach the gun, the turret.
Where are you? Yes, you definitely are, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run. Imagine the tree man running.
This is amazing.
Every step is
Shake
like
off all the
a
dust.
thundering crash on the wooden floor. No.
This is
then
you could
I'll-
man the gun. A giant tree on a giant gun.
I'll place my hands onto the I don't know, triggers, and then like meld my roots into them, interface with the gun,
Nice.
and then lock in.
Nice. It's definitely
My
some
roots
Guardians of the
down.
Galaxy.
But point
going
blank.
on. Cool. So yeah, you just swivel the gun with your big branches. So what is the? It's a ranged attack by you, and it's base 3 damage plus successes. That's all good. You've done it in the sheet. So yeah, you've got 4 successes. So it's basically 4 successes plus the base 3 damage. So that's 7 damage.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So are you hitting the fully healed ones or the wounded ones?
Can I just like spray it?
Unfortunately, the it doesn't have a spread keyword.
Okay, I'll hit the closest one,
Okay.
and I'll say, crude but effective.
So you knock out one, and you can use your metal to do it again if you want.
Yeah, do it again. At least the volley. Right, do I roll again?
Double tap, yeah. We got
There
it.
we go.
Yep, that's another one toasted.
Nice.
Cool. So initiative 4, Vel.
DM, can I jump back 1 second? Apologies. I noticed my weapon has the piercing trait to it.
Yes.
Which if I roll a 6, I get to ignore 1 armor. So actually, on my attack,
Oh.
I did 7 damage to those 2 creatures because I got to ignore 1 point of armor for both of them.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Bit of a weird question, but the box surrounding the result in Darak's second ballistic skill is blue. Does that mean anything in particular?
I don't
I think
really.
it might be a.
I think the green means you got a 6, but then the other one got a 6. I
They
don't
got
know.
1 as well. Maybe it cancels out.
Possibly.
The colours are weird.
It's red when you fail it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe blue's just.
Maybe blue means you've hit the DN, right? Because you got a DN 3, 3
Yes.
or I don't know. Anyway, Bell.
I don't know.
Roll 20's fucking jank.
It is.
Put that in your YouTube video.
I'll put
There's
it.
the sponsorship god.
I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the thumbnail.
Please hire me, wizards. Is that Velstone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which are these ones dead? Did the captain shoot them?
No, blasted them, but they're still up.
Right. Vel then will move to the next zone over.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello there. As she looks to protect the frail Deepkin, and she'll make an attack.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Reckless attack, or is it?
Actually, not making a charge attack on this occasion. It's nice to do something that's not that.
Yeah.
So, what's their defense?
Average.
Average. Well, why don't we spend a point of metal on training? Yeah. So that gives me an extra d6, right? To my pool.
Yes.
So
You can spend the metal to double your training. So if you've got one training, you get just one more.
yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I get.
All your focus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, it's not a good roll, is it? It might be enough though, because my attack's good.
Yeah. So 3s. So it's 4 plus 1, is it?
4 plus 1, yeah.
Yeah. You just managed to slice into one, cutting it down.
Yeah. And then I'll spend another point of metal, because I get 2, to attack the other one, but presumably I don't retain my other bonus from the metal.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I think it's when you make an attack. Okay, so
Yeah.
5d6 on this one. Yeah! Only making 2 success. No, still making 4 successes.
Yep, you managed to cut down that one as well. Do you have piercing on yours?
No. I've got Sigmarite and slashing.
Okay. I think the slashing and crushing is only like you can get a talent to make that interesting, but
Yeah.
unless you have that.
Sigmarite, interesting though. Ha!
Very.
Not in this battle, but
Cool. So I think that's all of you guys acted. I think Brokkisdotter is going to shoot her automatic volley gun once again, and she's good. So it's targeting 3, no bonus. So she gets 4 plus the 2. So yeah, she just blasts at these guys. 5, so it's 4. Cool. And then the first mate, what's his name? Raigon Grungson. He comes out with his starts slashing away at them with his sword. He's only an average, so he's on 4s. Just the 1 success plus 1, so he manages to do just 1 damage on 1. Cool. And then Vargi Korkhammer limps out of the deck on his peg leg and goes to engage some of these guys as well with his sword.
Does he have
I don't
reduced
know.
movement because of his peg leg?
It's like a steampunk piston leg, so it's potentially like pushing him, making him bounce in the air. Cool. So at the
Why
top,
would he put himself in danger?
you got to defend the ship.
He's not the kind of guy who should do this.
Guardian are all hard as nails, and if they're not, they think they are.
So the whole area is obscured, lightly obscured. But you can see all around you airships going up and going down, diving around. You see them going crashing down into the through the bottom of the cloud, like Zangor's firing arrows at them as they go. Ether, smoke blowing out the back. You see, Vel, maybe you catch a glimpse of the Stormcast blitzing around, like doing air battles with their bows, taking out Zangors and stuff. And then an airship of smaller size than yours comes from above and actually crashes into the port side
Jesus!
of Grungni's face.
Not into the actual face bit though, right? That's still
No,
still quite undamaged.
on the port side. So
That's okay.
so everybody who's on the port side,
Which is all right.
Mm-hmm.
which is your right at the moment, yes.
Calling it port side because we're all sailors.
Do me a DN41 body reflexes test to get out of the way of this airship. So that's Vel. That's
Body
Imran.
reflex is actually my training program.
Dwarf, your craftsmanship better hold together.
Right. This is not going to go well. But here we go. What's the DN? 4, you said?
4-1,
shit.
yeah.
I'm falling off. My roots were too slow.
Oh.
Oops, that rolled 44. Damn.
You still passed on 44, so you're all good.
Vel plants her feet in the ground and is like, stand firm!
Don't get out of the way, just stand firm.
I chucked my squirrel to Vel for safety.
Yeah, hide in the,
Since
in the
it is
armor.
success.
Tucks that under a pauldron. Even
Since it-
you must stand firm.
Okay.
Since it is a success, am I able to say that I dodged it and, like, for example, went to the other zone? Or do I have to stay in this zone?
So you are within the zone, yeah, but you managed to avoid getting
Exactly.
crushed and taking 5 damage from the falling airship. But this side is now difficult terrain,
Oh, lovely.
as it's full of like debris.
So does that make us all slow?
Yeah, I would guess so.
So now, well, it makes you, yeah, but I mean, there's not 2 zones to go across, so you like move 1 zone less. Well, actually, is it difficult terrain? Yeah, reduces speed by 1 step. Okay.
My speed should be medium, right?
Yeah.
I think generally everyone is, right?
Yeah.
No, there should be fast characters, I think.
Okay, so yeah, these little guys get like splatted.
Bless you.
Oh dear.
So I keep trying to mute before I sneeze. It's not happening.
So top of the round,
That's
Tap it around.
top of the round to you.
Oh my
More
gosh.
creatures fly in. Nee.
Oh, come on.
Jesus. So was the ship that crashed into us? That was just one of our fleet ships that's just been knocked off course. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
a ramming enemy ship.
No.
Jesus.
So top of the round, these guys are gonna come and take out this crewman here. Bleh. As he's trying to like
Oh,
hammer
no.
away at a smoking Aether engine. Let's see. These guys are going to continue to fight. These ones in front of you, Vel, are going to come at you with, trying to hit at you with their bows. They're only average proficiency in melee, so you're good defense, right?
I'm good.
Do you go up a step when there's more than 2 as well? More than 1?
I do when I start my turn like that, which is odd.
Okay.
So it happens
That's a
on my
good-
turn and then lasts for a turn.
Good
Okay,
skill.
and it's DN5
It is good, isn't it?
and
Mhm.
DN5.
Jeez. It's hailing sideways here. This is terrifying.
So yeah, they come in and they move like they try and dodge the wreckage, and they try and beat you with their big bows, but it just plinks off your armor.
I think you mean they're deftly turned aside.
By armor, I just mean, yeah, all of you. Whatever you choose to put it
you
away.
are just armor. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you are.
And I think one of these guys is going to go for you, Dirac. So you get 1 success on you, but your armor just absorbs it as it kind of tries to nibble on your shoulder. The other one is going to go for you, Imran. What's your defense?
Well, not great. Not gonna be that much. It's poor.
Okay, so I managed to hit on 3s. I'm getting this system now. So it's two successes.
Yeah, armor of 1.
Cool. So take 1 off your toughness.
Yeah.
And then. Actually, sorry. I should have let you go first, Imran. Your initiative 6 as well.
I'm happy because I was going to actually cast, so I can do it. Okay, cool. This isn't because of what happened. This is genuinely what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast a Mystic Shield on myself and Vel.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. So that's 1 success and 1 focus point. So I can't use the focus point to increase it, can I? I can. Yes. So I use the focus point to increase the 4 to a 5, which means that our defense increases by 1 step for 2 turns. So it should be for 1 turn, but since I increased by 1 more success, it's 2 turns now.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Anything else? I think you can do another action with your metal.
I know, but I don't know what's going to come, so I want to keep my metal just in
You're
case.
waiting for the Demon Prince. Cool. Initiative 5's then Malgra.
Okay.
Should we recalculate the damage since my defense has gone up by 1 now, or is it still 1 damage?
It was 2 successes, so it would be. Oh no!
Because
Wait.
previously my defense was 4, and now it's average.
Yeah, it would still count with 2 4s.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on then, Malgra.
I guess I'll go for these 2 again over here, but I think they're almost near death, so I feel it's a bit overkill, but, that's what we get. I guess I can attack and move, can't I? Well, let's just do it. Let's get rid of him, might as well, otherwise they're going to cause troubles. So yeah, I'll go for another drill launcher attack on these two puppies. I won't use my thing metal yet. Okay, so it's still 3s to hit. So that's 2. So that is, and that's just piercing as well. So there's no armor on them. So that's 2. So that's 4 damage on both of them.
You're shooting these 2 guys down here.
Yeah, bottom left. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to blast them out of the sky. They knock them off their little discs, and they go crashing down to the clouds.
Nice. How's there's a combat going on at the top here with our crazy eccentric looking man.
Yes.
Does he seem like a fighter? Do these 2 seem in like a lot of trouble, or?
They're basically getting they're these flying manta ray things are like flying around them, and they're kind of like this with their cutlasses, trying to stave them off. They don't look mortally injured yet.
Okay, so I could use my metal to do another attack.
Yes, another action. Yeah.
Cool. I'll do that, and I will use my rapid fire rivet gun to take an attack. Can it multiple? I don't want it multiple targets because they're going to hit us. I'll just try and take out one of them. I found there wasn't just one of them. Yep. So here we go. I'll just do this. 5d6. Here we go.
Yeah, their defense is average. Oh no, poor. Not average.
There is poor, so it's...
No, it's average.
Well, that is some roll on my part. It's 2 hits. So that is... Bear with me. There's only 3 damage, but I can ignore 1 bit of armor on one of them, so it's... yeah, 3 damage.
They don't have any armor, so a rivet just goes, punctures it from underneath, and it screams and banks away. Cool, so now initiative 4 people.
Go on, Vel.
Oh yes. Okay. Alright, so Bulwark takes effect, and that brings Vel's defense with the shimmering shield up to superb.
Whoa.
And she then shouts, "Sigmar, smite you!" and attacks at the nearest. These are Zangors, are they?
Indeed.
Yeah, slashes at the nearest one. Needing 3s, so 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah.
Is he dead?
No.
Bah! Bah! And she spends a point of metal and stabs it again. I said smite you! And gets another 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah, still up. As you try to like hack away at it, it kind of floats around on its disc, and as it raises up, you can see as the disc gets to your eye level, it's actually got loads of little eyes, and it's going like this at you.
Outwardly, Vel is not phased at all, portraying a calm warrior,
Of
but
course.
inwardly, she's just disgusted, utterly.
Yeah. What's her chamber? Is it the
It doesn't actually say, I don't think.
It's like the poster boy chamber, isn't it? 'Cause
If she's
got
if she's wearing the gold armor, she's the Hammers of Sigmar, I think.
yeah, the gold and blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think Dirac,
Yeah.
you are left.
So this little manta ray motherfucker in front of me.
Yeah.
Does he? What's? How big is he?
I think just medium size.
Okay. And is he just really pissed off? Is he really angry looking?
I mean, yeah, because he's an enemy. He's like a creature of chaos.
Oh. So he's not even. I was gonna try and
Oh,
see
you
if I can chill him out and like vibe with him.
Beast handling.
Yeah.
No, he's a
Maybe get him on
creature's.
side.
These are creatures born of spite and anger and malevolence.
Well, in that way, fuck chaos. By Kurnoth be damned, you'll be slain.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna blast him. Am I still on the turret? Or
Yeah,
is he
yeah.
taking me
I
off?
think he's still above you, like circling above you, so you can just go and just
Okay. 3 successes.
cool. 3 successes plus the 3 from the gun. 6 damage. You just blast it, and it just floats away.
Right. Can I use my metal
Yes.
and use Hail of Doom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it avoid allies, or where are you targeting?
You rain down a haul of projectiles on the enemies around you.
Okay.
Choose a zone within your weapon's range and make a DN 4 to 1 body.
Each
test.
enemy in that zone must make. Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it on Val. Hit those enemies around him.
Okay.
Even.
So it's so you make a ballistic skill test. Each enemy in the zone must make an opposed DN4 body test, reflexes test.
Our
Okay.
first opponent test.
Let's see. Reflexes. It's just 1d6. It looks like. So, oops. On the first one, and the second one. So 1 passes. So it's 1 success versus your 3. So it takes 2 damage, I think. Which actually is the wounded one that Vel was fighting, which kills it.
Nice.
And the other one takes 2 damage as well. Cool. So at the end of that round, the crew are all fighting off these beasties, and more start to fly around the ship, and then one of the aether engines bursts in a big cloud of black smoke underneath where the airship had crashed into the side of you. The ship starts to list, and you start to head towards the ground.
Uh-oh.
As you fly down towards the ground, the beasties kind of take flight, and their mission complete, go back to the battle.
Do I see any potential avenue to employ my engineering skills to at least help stabilize or minimize the potential impact? Is there anything?
Well, I mean, I think the rate it's plummeting, like the whole side, left port side, has been crumpled in.
So a glue gun's not going to help then.
Yeah.
Get your welding kit out and just come on, guys. Got to start somewhere. As you break out of the bottom of the cloud, the sight on the ground, is incredibly shocking. It is a whole forest that is ablaze with fire.
Quick, someone come and cover Durak's eyes quickly.
And has anyone got a natural awareness of 2 or higher?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
Possibly, actually.
I do.
Yes, 3.
Oh wow.
Okay, so whoever does, you, whilst holding on for dear life, you see the Grund, the flagship, also heading towards the ground, but heading towards the ground outside of the burning forest.
Intentionally, or is it also been damaged?
It's also not as noticeably as yours.
Okay.
But it seems to be like doing like a controlled glide where it's like smoking down to crash outside of the forest.
We didn't plan to land here. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So, and then with an almighty crash, Gromny's face plows into the earth in this burning forest, and yeah, it's lost. It's the lost pilot episode, and the ship snaps in half.
Who's at the tail end?
Well, that's the thing. You got to roll me. So roll me a d6, and anyone who's on 1 to 3.
Oh man, Ollie, if you can create a lost tabletop RPG for me to play,
this is basically the rest of the story.
Oh my god!
No, it's not.
Amazing. Just 1d6.
Yeah.
Cool.
What a waste of wood.
Wow. Yeah. Well, did you hear that we're plumbing into a forest that is completely on fire?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it's not. Yeah, I know. It's all right, I'm covering your eyes. You don't know what's happening yet. It's fine.
Yeah. So it looks like it's split down the middle. Durak and Vel, you are at the prow of the ship, which is the front, and Malgra and Imran, you are on the stern.
It goes so badly for the tail section. I'm lost.
But they're the cooler characters.
Yeah, but they have a rough time of it. They don't have a doctor, so it all goes really wrong for them. You know, it's just the differences these things make.
How do you remember the details of season 1 of Lost?
Because we watch Lost like every 6 months.
Right.
I'm a big Lost fan.
So, you come to consciousness. Smoke filling your lungs, and you're surrounded by the crashed remains of Grundy's face.
My good work, it's all burning. No.
Oh no. Cool. So, can anyone roll me a DN41 mind lore test to figure out what the hell is going on in this forest?
Yeah, I can.
4, you say? That's going to be... Yes, only 3 of these. Here we go. Can I use metal on this check?
I think you can. Yeah, you can use metal however you like out of combat.
Although I think I smashed it.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, cool. So you all maybe you all studied the map just as part of your journey. But you know that this is called the Kindling Forest.
Oh, we're so far away from Brightspear.
And
it's on fire on the map. So I mean, this is not just like a recent thing. This forest is famously on fire enough that someone's drawn a map of it.
Yeah. So this is this special type of tree which basically burns really easily, but also regrows very fast.
Cool.
And there are ways to kind of put out the fire temporarily, but eventually it just catches fire again. Also, anyone with training or focus in survival knows that it is
yeah.
gonna take you weeks on foot to get out of the forest. No, sorry, no, back to Brightspear itself. So those who are trapped, well, those who are at the stern of the ship. Who was that?
That was myself and Imran.
Cool. So you see burning cargo all around you. The supplies that you were bringing to Brightspear are scattered around the forest, around the crash site. You see a human woman who was part of the mission. She's an apothecary to bring healing materials to Brightspear, and she is desperately trying to gather up these scattered satchels of healing material.
Can I fashion some kind of cart or carry device? Is there anything I can do to create some kind of better carrying something? I don't know.
I mean, you're going to try and MacGyver some sort of...
yeah, just a wheelbarrow. I want to make a wheelbarrow. I want to make a wheelbarrow.
trolley.
Yeah,
Just
basically.
hang on there, I'm inventing the trolley, I'll be right with you.
I just need to make a wheelbarrow or a trolley.
Anybody got any tiny wheels?
And hopefully one that it sticks constantly when you try and roll it. Always one of them gets stuck.
Okay, so maybe your quick thinking MacGyvers you into helping them pick up. So basically, she can pick up 2 per minute, and you need to do a mind awareness test, a DN41 mind awareness test, and every success is a satchel that you've picked up.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, not great. Can I use my metal to shift one of those up?
Yeah.
Right, so I get 1 success. You said it's 4, right?
Yes.
Cool, so I get 1 satchel.
Okay. So
So the trolley's not happening, is that what I'm getting the sense of here?
So you... No, I'll say you can pick up... you get an extra dice for your...
Okay.
So Imran, you also get 1 success.
Yes. Am I still able to shift using the focus there?
Shift using the focus, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, I get 2 successes.
Okay. Roll me a dice per satchel that you just picked up. Both of you.
Just the 1 for me. 1.
How did you manage to get all 2s?
Right? It's impressive, isn't it? It's a skill. Oh, well, hello, welcome to the club, eh?
Okay, so Malgry, as you go to pick up the nearby satchel that is maybe there's a small burning pile of branches nearby, and unfortunately when you pick it up it explodes in your face.
Jesus.
So I think you take sorry, you take 3 damage.
Ugh.
That could have been worse.
Yeah. Oh, and also I forgot to say, when you crashed,
Oh god.
you need to take a DN61 reflexes test, or you take a
God.
minor wound from the crash.
Okay, bear with me.
Is that
Is that
everyone?
everyone?
Or just the stern folks?
That's everyone.
Everyone.
Sure. You sure? Sounded
Say that one again. You need to. We need
A DN6 body reflexes.
body reflexes. Right, reflexes. I got 1 of that. That's okay.
Did I pass that?
No, you got no successes.
No, shit.
Got lots of 4s.
Okay, so everyone's taking wounds by the looks of it.
Everyone's taking a minor wound.
Just so that ignores armor and toughness. Just go straight to a wound, does it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So as Imran and Malgra are, I need to roll a 1d6 to see if the apothecary explodes. Oh, she does. That's good.
Great.
For God's sake.
So she takes a wound.
Jesus Christ.
She's picking up all these potions and herbs and stuff. Wants
And she-
to be like a bottle of gunpowder.
So she's mortally wounded. So you can basically help her. Well, she dies in 3 rounds. So over to the.
I shall help her.
Okay, well we'll do like, because it's like a round each. So we'll go over to the Stir boys.
Stir boy.
Stir boys. Oh, sorry, Bow boys.
Bow boys.
So as you
Boys for life.
you notice that you hear shouts and screams from within a part of the stern where people are trapped within. Passengers are trapped within. So yeah, what do? You're gonna try and remove the debris?
I motioned to Vel to hand my squirrel back.
Yeah, she with a surprising amount of care reaches into sort of a little pocket she has under her pauldron.
Yeah.
Gets the little critter out.
Okay, we'll say that's a
there's-
free action.
Yeah.
My hand out reach, the squirrel climbs on top.
It's just by
Back to
Sigmar's
his
will,
resting
he is
place.
safe. Yeah, Vel would say, Derek, your assistance, and head straight to the rubble or whatever is.
Yeah. So you can attempt to kind of hack into it with your weapons, or you can try and shift it, bodily.
I'll try and shift it bodily.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I
so-
help with that?
Yeah, so it's actually an extended test. So the way this works is it's a DN3 12.
Oh.
So you need to get 12 threes, but both of you can contribute.
How many attempts do we get?
Well, every round I will roll to see if a passenger dies.
Okay.
So roll me your first DN3
So it's
body
might.
might. Yeah,
Body and mind.
might.
So I've got 4 body, 1 might.
Might
I've
should
got
be
3
a
body and 1 might. And it's a DN what?
3.
3.
Right, 4 successes.
Okay, cool.
2 successes.
Okay, so you've got 6 so far. See, already halfway. Cool, so it says each round off the first I rolled to see if passengers die, so that's fine. Over to the Satchel Boys.
Yeah.
Satchel
So,
Boys.
so yeah, in this system, what's the game in terms of recovering toughness and damage and wounds and all that in between?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're still quite a stressful situation right now, but
So it's like 10-minute take a breather, recovers your toughness.
all of it, or
All of it, yeah. And then
Okay.
and then you need a full rest to clear 1 space on your wound tracker.
nice. Okay, well, I'll do that after. Let's say, after the session, after we've helped our apothecarist, whatever, whoever this is here. Let's go help her. What would I need to do to assist her? Do you want me to make a roll, or just is it
I
enough
think-
to just go and?
Yeah, I think you can just help her normally. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. And then maybe we'll take a breather because my toughness took a big hit, so I wouldn't mind.
Well,
Try to recover that.
she sort of like chokes in the smoke, and she's like, "Quick, recover the satchels. The supplies will be lost."
Okay, all right. Let's do more of that then. Here we go. Right. Let's not do breathing yet then. What are we doing again? We're doing on
Well, let me
reflex.
just see how many. So 3 more just like go off like mines, like.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, roll me your 4 DN4 awareness to collect some more
Awareness or awareness? Okay, right. Sorry, it's awareness. Gotcha. There we go.
mind awareness.
Okay, so I got three biggies there.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to pick up 3 more
Lovely.
with your trolley.
Nice. Oh, do I get an extra? Do I have an extra dice for my trolley? Yeah, another one. That's 4 more for me then.
Yeah, maybe you just find the drinks trolley from the from the ship. The rose gold drink trolley.
Yeah, I like it.
From maid.com. Cool. Imran,
Nice.
you want to roll me? Are you picking up satchels as well?
Yes. So are we safe to assume that she's safe, she's secure, she's stable, or does she still
Yeah,
need?
she's
attention?
not dying.
Okay, good. Then in that case, awareness, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Here we go.
Wow. Okay, so you pick up 6. So all roll me 3 d6s each. See if any of them explode.
Well, I picked up 5 satchels, so do I troll?
Uh-oh.
I just realised actually I put a lot of danger by doing this.
Does the 6 cancel out the 1?
No.
So it's rolling 1 dice for every pack, every box, right?
Yes.
Oh god. What's that? 5, 4, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. So you both take 3 damage there.
Jesus. 3 wounds again. Are we going with?
3 damage. So 3 off your toughness.
That's it.
Yeah.
3 wounds would be a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Well, my toughness is gone, so they are turning into wounds pretty quick.
Oh, lovely.
Right, so back over to firefighters, Durek and Vel. Give me some more of your body might tests.
Alright, so let's go another 5.
You can do it again, you can save them all.
Way.
Oh, piss.
Ah. God.
Do you have any focus in that?
No focus in might, actually.
Okay.
So just
Okay.
Can you use metal to re-roll? Or?
You can use metal to do another action. You could do it again.
yeah, she's got a lot of metal. Yeah. Yeah, she hears the screams of the burning civilians inside, and
Soon to be cadavers.
and summons a mighty ounce of Sigmar's might.
Nice.
As she heaves the burning wreckage out of the way.
Okay, so you got
with the help of the giant tree man.
yeah. So you got 9 successes there. So you managed to clear a path for the survivors to get out, coughing and spluttering. You see the captain appear with a crate, and she's running around and handing out these very complex-looking gas mask things, to crew members. But it seems to be taking a long time to kind of put them on and tighten them up and set all the valves and stuff. But it stops them from coughing. And because of the smoke, you all take 1 damage this turn as it starts to get into your lungs. So you can start putting on your gas masks now. I guess Durek and Vel, you can because you've done your task already.
I don't have lungs though.
That is true, but it does. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe the fire. Then you are flammable.
Picking up all that flaming wreckage didn't you do any favours?
Yeah. Cool. So back to the stern, boys.
Just quickly, do I take a wound or a -1 tough?
It is one damage, so off your toughness.
Okay.
So I'll roll to see. So 2 more satchels pop this round. I've been counting how many you've been picking up. How many have you got now?
We've got.
I had 5 on my side. I got 5 total.
Just gonna.
Oh wait. The ones that exploded, obviously, I don't have, right? So no.
But total
Yeah,
that you picked up, so I can make sure that I've
Oh,
ticked
God.
them all off.
I picked up 5 total,
Yeah.
but 2 just exploded, so I actually only have 3 in my hand.
Okay.
I've picked up 5 and 1 exploded, so 4 currently.
Okay, so you both picked up 10. 5 have exploded on the floor. think she picked up 2. Okay, so there's only 3 satchels left. So roll me some mind awareness.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Do it. Let's do it. That's some more great rolls.
Yeah, I think you picked up the last 3 there. So roll me 3d6.
Well, which one of us? Do you want to?
Yeah, which one?
Or?
Oh, I see. Yes.
Do you, what are your reflexes like? Do you want to take 2 and I'll take 1?
You tell me.
Let's say Malgra picks up 2 because you haven't had one explode in your face.
I have got no tough. I'm pretty shaken up, so I'd rather take 1 if possible.
Okay, so maybe you're cautious.
I'm getting
Alright,
quite blown up. Alright. Ah, phew.
Oh,
No. This fucking thing.
Okay, you managed to gather them all up, and the apothecary looks as sort of as content as she can be as the captain fixes a quad breather to her face. So you all put on your breather masks so you stop taking damage. So you're sort of standing around the wreckage, and the captain's surveying it, and Vargi's there, and Rygorn's still there, and you're all kind of trying to take a rest, take a breather in the forest, so you can recover your toughness now, as you probably use some of the medical supplies on yourself and other people who are wounded. I think whoever saw the Grund go down as well, as you were going down, the captain, you tell the captain, who says that that's your best hope to get to Brightspear, is to find the Grund and help the repairs, because this ship is totally, it's just gone. And while you're all
Have we regrouped yet? Because obviously we're a bit split up. Or
you've all regrouped. And whilst you're kind of trying to work out what next to do, a part of the ship falls down through the ground in a big kind of crackling, burning mass, and reveals a tunnel underground.
convenient.
And
interesting.
And the captain, Brockisdotter, points to the tunnel and says, "Dog." Not that. She says, she points to the tunnels and says, "If these tunnels are the only way we can get to the Grund without burning to a crisp, then we have to take that chance. Quickly, everybody into the tunnels. Take what you can."
We run with our non-exploded satchels.
Nice.
I'll point out it took 40 days for the tail end and the front end of the plane to find themselves unlost, so this isn't like lost at all, just so you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Are these big tunnels, or do I have to kind of like really arch or crouch?
You're gonna have to crawl.
Are they? Yeah, they like quite like man-made, like paved, or they just literally just dug into the dirt.
Oh well. So, if you want to find out, roll me a DN5 awareness, crafting, or survival test.
Oh, I'll take crafting. I've got some crafting.
Does anyone else want to take the others? Because I don't really have anything.
Oh, that's no good. I can shift that to a 5, so I can get it. Well, that's 4's already. What was the DM to pass?
5.
I can get a 5. Do you just need 1?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I've got focus in crafting, so I can shift my 4 up to a 5.
Cool. So anyone who succeeds on that can check out the tunnels to reveal that they're no natural occurrence. They have been carved with the ash through the ash-thick earth with primitive tools over a long period of time. And they seem to vary in size. Some of them seem to be where you can sort of have 2 carts abreast, and some of them you have to squeeze through single file.
Oh god.
Who's taking point?
Vel strides confidently
Yeah.
to the front, saying, "Come, Sigmar shows us the way."
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
So we haven't had time to recover any wounds yet, have we?
You've recovered your toughness.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Still have taken 2 wounds, so been a bit of a shit show.
So your party consists of you 4,
Mm-hmm.
the captain, Brokkestotten, her first mate Blygorn Grungson, the ship's navigator Vardagi Coghammer, the apothecary, and 4 other survivors who you managed to save from the burning wreckage.
That's a lot more than I expected.
That's
The
respectable, right?
Kharadron crew members. Just like in Lost, only some will survive.
And we'll get slowly picked off one by one as they all get DUIs and have to get fired from the show.
Yeah, but not
And
before
what?
their flashbacks.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So, welcome to Chapter 3, Out of the Frying Pan.
I don't know what comes next.
Okay.
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I do like
Oh, really?
Wait, did you just make a noise like bacon and eggs wasn't a nice thing? Is that what you're suggesting here? Because
No, I'm
like,
just
we're
saying.
gonna have to put the session on pause if that's where you want it, if that's the hill you want to die on.
No, I just ate bacon and eggs this morning. I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
why?
Oh. Well, that's a good thing that comes out of a frying pan.
Continuing.
So you go.
Obviously.
Yeah, it does eventually come out of it. Yeah. So after some hours of going through this tunnel, feeling like you're going in the right direction, you come across a vast chamber in the tunnels. And it looks to you like there is some sort of settlement in this underground chamber, ruins of a settlement, seemingly long abandoned. And as you wander the ruins, you find no light, no signs of life. But could everybody make me a DN 6-2 awareness or survival check?
Got neither of either, so
Yeah, I'll go for awareness.
managed to hit a 5. 1
Um,
5.
Awareness
yeah.
is mine. Survival is also mine. Ah,
So good.
cars coming up. Oh, tried.
No, so no one's got double 6.
No.
They have a focus, but the highest number apart from the 6 is a 4,
Yeah.
so that's not good.
Okay. So yeah, you can't really discern the origins, what happened to the things who lived here. But the captain calls for this to be a great opportunity to do a longer rest, and patch up wounds. She consults with you quietly to see if you concur with this being a sensible idea, or whether they should keep moving.
It's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. However, I mean, these are unknown lands and everything. Can I try to use the witch's sight to see? Because like you said, we don't know what happened to these people here.
Mhm.
So try to see if there's any residual stuff, anything that could be potentially hostile.
Okay, let me see what witch's sight is.
It's the winds of magic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Probably another 6/2 DN then.
What should I use?
Is it channeling?
I guess it would be channeling. Yeah, this should be better. Oh.
Is it not a?
And no 5s. Ah.
Why?
You can use your metal to double your focus, can you?
Could I also do it in these situations?
Before the roll, though, innit?
Is it before the roll?
Oh, after rolling on double your focus.
Oh, well, in that case, yes.
Before rolling for training and after for focus.
I didn't think we could use metal outside of combat.
You can actually. You can use it like per round, but because you're outside of combat, it's a round is like 6 seconds. So.
Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, then yes, please.
All right.
And I can get 2 successes. Well, 1 success, I guess.
So, do you agree with the captain that you should take rest here?
Well, it depends on what the result is from my inspection.
Okay. So, Imran, you, as you walk around the ruins, perhaps, analysing, looking at sort of the walls and what's left of whoever lived here. You turn a corner and you come across a wall which has an unmistakably bad vibe from it, and you recognise it as a symbol of chaos scrawled onto the wall. You don't know if the occupants of this settlement were chaos worshippers. You don't know if the people who drove them away were chaos worshippers. But yeah, you know that something bad happened here.
Yeah, I immediately let every single person know. And this is...
Yeah, but what are the chances of something bad happening again? Come on, let's have a bit of courage about this, shall we?
Vel says, Malgra, I do not share your optimism, but we must tend to the wounded before this difficult journey. I will stand vigil.
Agreed.
I genuinely think this is a bad idea, guys.
It'll be fine with enough explosions. You can make anything a safe place. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess that might be the exact same thing that the people who used to live here before said, and what remains of them now.
Steady yourself, Elf. I will keep watch.
Well, I tried to warn you guys, so the best I can do is stand fast with you, I guess. I'll keep watch. Luckily, I don't need to recover any wounds, so I can help with defense.
Imran, have faith in your abilities to cast the tide. We will prevail over any foes that should happen upon us.
Agreed. We rest.
So you find the sturdiest building left in the encampment in the ruins, and you set a fire, and you and the rest of the crew sit around the campfire, and in the traditional Dewarden way, you share tales of the mighty battle in the sky, and share tales of the fighting, and there's crew, they praise the valiant efforts of Vel fighting on the deck, and Derek jumping onto the gun like a natural, and Malgra blasting people out of the sky. And Vargi's just cackling to himself, drinking from a little hip flask, saying like, "Oh, hey, if we survive this, then I definitely think you should join the crew, guys. I think yeah, definitely worth the other way. It's in gold, eh?" And then he nudges Vel.
Vel, who is standing watch, just stays stony faced, ignoring the little tap on the shoulder, or probably tap on the hip
Yeah, an elbow to the hip. Cool, and then they move on to tales of Grung and his face and retelling their favourite stories of old. Yeah, what were you saying?
Can I try and contact any Sylvaneth nearby using the Spirit's Song?
Yeah. You could
Just
try.
If there's any in these kindling forests, maybe they can reach out and tell us what's going on or help us.
You could try. I wouldn't imagine there's many Sylvaneth chilling in the burning forest, but
it's a forest regardless, though.
That's
and
true.
They do tend to hide away when shit like this goes down.
Yeah.
And they'll come out and ambush, when they're called upon.
So what do you need to do for that?
Roll a soul test, and my soul's terrible, so I think you choose the difficulty based on how far away they are, and any other pertinent factors. So.
Maybe like a 6-3.
Okay. So is that DN3?
Also known as good luck.
That's a DN6.
Fuck,
You need to get 3 6s.
Fuck. Only one soul.
Yeah. No, there's no Sylvaneth that you can. I mean, they famously don't want to be in the realm of fire. I think most Sylvaneth stick to the realm of life, protect it, unless ordered by someone else to go abroad.
Okay, so a wave of solitude and just depressing feeling washes over what's my name? Dirac. As he feels so alone, where otherwise he'd feel so connected to all the other Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
Through the Spirit Song. He's cut off.
It's probably
bad, man.
Yeah. It's probably hardest for the Sylvaneth to be soulbound, considering that they need to be connected to nature so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want this life. This life chose me.
Well, that's the cool thing, though.
Was chosen.
Yeah, that's the cool thing, because soulbound are not necessarily volunteers. Some of them can be like troublemakers who get sent to go and be soulbound, or especially in the witch elf covens. It's like if you're particularly naughty, they send you off to go and be Sigmar's toy soldier. So you complete your rest. You've healed all your wound. You've healed one wound, which I believe you should all just have one wound, I guess, right? From the
I
clash.
had 2 wounds from picking up exploding crackerjacks. So I now have 1 wound. That's
Good.
That's fine.
Good.
Does the DN increase in this system per wound?
I don't believe so. But you can get very close to. I think the fact that it takes so long to heal you back is punishment enough. So basically, as you are coming to the end of your rest, just about to pack up to continue, an unnatural chill brushes against the back of your neck, setting your senses alert as you suddenly feel like you are being watched. A low moan and an ethereal rattling of chains fills your mind and sparks a primal fear of death in your mind. You turn in time to see a ghostly visage phase through a nearby stone wall. Its transparent, haunted features are fixed in a silent scream as it lunges towards you.
I told you there was danger.
Yeah, Imran's like, I told you so.
Imran literally just looks over like...
Yeah. So these are undead creatures. Let me show you some pictures. So you've got some chain rasps,
Okay.
and you got
Wait,
some.
what? I can't make out what I'm seeing.
And you've got
Yeah, it's
some
quite small.
glaive
Tiny, tiny.
wraiths.
Oh look, that's Vel punching something in the face with the shield.
Yeah, that's the only picture of those. Is apparently
Brave
the
Raid.
front cover of Soul Wars.
Oh right,
cool.
yeah.
I can't make out what the first ones are.
Yeah, they're kind of odd, aren't they?
Oh.
If you Google
Oh,
chain
that'd be nice to do
rasps, there's you can see like the tabletop models.
They're pretty creepy
Ooh.
bastards.
Yeah.
Maybe. Can you explain the zones a bit more? It's a bit.
Yeah. So
Unclear.
here, the ruin that you're in is a zone,
One zone.
and then
There's a big yellow zone there.
yeah. So we'll do it like this.
Nice.
Let's just do it like this.
Great. Loving it.
Mhm.
Loving it. Loving it.
Yeah.
Great.
Those are your zones.
Perfect.
That
Perfect.
makes it a lot better, actually.
So, their initiatives are 4 and 1. So, Imran, you get to go first.
Okay. Would this count as an adjacent zone?
Yes.
Yes, that's medium range.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, if I have medium speed, it takes one move action to get, for example, to this zone, and then I can still take another action, correct?
Correct.
You can attack, yes.
Correct. Okay, cool. That is what I want to know. That's what I want to hear. So, I move there,
Okay.
and I cast Arcane Blast into this zone.
Which one?
No.
This top right zone.
Okay.
No. Do you know?
What? Why?
I got a
That
long
makes no
range
sense.
weapon. I got a long range weapon that can wipe them all out back here. So, just saying.
But it makes the most sense, and I already did it now. So
Go
sorry.
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
So that's one success, one focus point. I'll use the metal to increase, to double my focus points. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. So I'll just keep one focus point.
Yep.
So that's 2 successes, which means everyone in that area takes 2 damage.
Cool. They all take 2 damage as you kind of blast
So, what
that.
do you need me to do then?
And what I will use my metal force to take a second action,
Mm-hmm.
where I will cast Mystic Shield on myself, and who I'm imagining is going to be in the front line. So Vel.
Splendid.
Cool.
Focus points. Yes, so I will also use 1 focus point to increase that 4 to a 5, which means it gives me 3 successes, which means we have 3 turns with 1 extra step in defense.
Sick.
Nice.
That is nice.
So yeah, you blast that ruin as they kind of go through the wall, and your magic like blast them. They all recoil. Vel, you may know from since the Necro Quake, the best stormcasts to fight the undead are the thingy bobby sacrosanct chambers, the ones who wield magical
the
energies.
incantors.
Yeah.
The thingy bobbies.
Yeah. So initiative 5, Malgra.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to use my drill launcher with its long range to fire a mighty salvo into that same sex that's been attacked
Okay.
by I was going to say Dizek. That's not his name anymore. It's Imran. I'm going to be forgetting everything by next week. And then I'm going to use my metal to double my bonuses for my ballistic skills. So that's another 2d6. So we're firing 7d6 worth of damage in there. Oh, it's not. That's okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And what was their defense?
Poor.
Poor. So it's 3 to hit. So yeah, I'll use my 1 focus to shift that 2 to a 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're doing 7 damage to all of them.
7.
Yep.
Okay, so you do. So as they kind of move towards you, and they blend half into the stone, meaning that they do actually take half damage from non-magical attacks. But it is enough. It is enough as you blast all of the ruins to smithereens after Imran's magical attacks completely loosen them, and I can get rid of that datasheet. Okay.
I told you, any good explosion can solve anything. No worries, Imran.
Cool. So initiative 4, chaps.
Quite the master of destruction, dwarf.
Reloads.
Derek looks disapprovingly.
It's only stone I destroyed. It's nothing natural.
Could have been a squirrel in there somewhere.
That's a fair
An
point.
earthworm.
Check your pockets, Direct, for your squirrel.
So who's going next, Vel or Dirac? I think there is a way to see who goes first. I think it's.
I think I read it said you just choose. When I was reading,
you just choose?
Players
Okay.
choose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it's players you choose, and if it's
Enemies.
if there's enemies, then there's probably a roll off or something.
I've got a mahogany codpiece.
In the game, or
Well,
Um,
both.
Vel, I think, will leap to the fore. And are we saying that I can cross into this zone?
Yes.
Then Vel will move in to engage these chain rasps.
Cool.
And let's see. Should I do a charge attack just because I can?
yeah, lowers your defense, doesn't it?
You just get 1 extra d6, but it reduces your defense by 1 step. It doesn't seem like a huge benefit, really.
But I also gave you an extra step of defense, so you'd be fine, I guess.
Hopefully.
It's a good point.
I'm
Balance
gonna
now.
do it. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's cool.
It's fun, yeah.
As you know, enraged by the presence of some of Nagash's most haunted and evil souls,
Oh, yes.
she charges in and spends a point of metal to increase. No, she doesn't. She's just going to attack twice. So she's just going to charge in. So it's 5. So she gets 66 because of the charge. And attack the nearest one. What's the defense?
Poor.
Then that is all hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
good
7
roll.
damage.
Cool. So they take half damage. But I'm gonna round.
What if
up.
they're taking damage from Sigmarite?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
I did look it up earlier and then I forgot, so I'll just check it.
So it says
Um,
it's harder to hit with mundane weapons. Takes half damage from non-magical attacks.
I think Sigmarite negates that, but I'm just checking.
Awesome.
It says that Sigmarite is forged from magically infused metal mined in the relevant magical nature of Sigmarite weapons means they're particularly suited to fighting creatures who are resistant to mundane weapons, such as chain rasps and other spectres.
Well, that's
Convenient. But
So
are we
I think-
sure?
I think it therefore, I guess, it doesn't say it very clearly, but I think it counts as then magical
Yeah,
for that
that's
purpose.
right,
It's
yeah,
not a
right.
mundane weapon.
Yeah. Okay. If that's their wording, then yeah. Totally. Yeah. You just.
It feels specific enough on this particular occasion.
Yes, it does. Against said chain rasps. Yeah. So you just slice into one, cutting it down, and the kind of as you moved into that zone, you could feel this kind of chill permeating your body. But as you cut down this chain rasp, the chill lessens and it becomes copeable. Which is my way of saying that if you hadn't have killed that one, you would have taken 1 damage. Because if 2 or more gather together, it turns the zone into a minor
Oh.
hazard.
As the sense of dread
And just the
emanates.
chill and the kind of Dementor style, freezing everything around them for some reason. Cool.
Then she'll spend a point of metal and attack the other one.
Cool.
Yeah. And that is also, so that is 6 damage this time.
Yeah, you just slice into that one as well. Deleted. Cool.
Nice.
Dirac, you better get in there quick if you want to kill something.
Alright. So I place my hand on the handle of my greatsword, which is somewhat melded into my leg. It unmelds, and I unsheath it. Placing both hands on it, I rush in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as fast as I can rush. To the 2 remaining ones.
Cool.
I could actually literally put this music on while working on my book, and I'm gonna find it.
Nice. Alright, yeah, cool. You get 5 successes. That halves to a 3, as this isn't a Sigmarite weapon. But you nearly kill this chain rasp as you cut into it.
Alright, can I use a metal and go again?
Yes.
Nice. Bosh.
Yeah, you finished that one off. Stopping this zone from getting a deep chill as well.
Nice.
Kharadron's wrath is delivered.
And then the captain organises her troops into a firing line to blast the last one. So she will shoot with her good. So it's good against poor. That's 2, right? DN2, yeah. So she gets 4 successes, which goes down to 2. And then, yeah, we'll just say that the rest of the crew get out there like flintlock style pistol that'll blast that one.
Nice.
Blast that one away.
Nice.
Cool.
Easy.
That was clinical. I feel like I'm watching PMQs.
I mean, there's lots of fucking chain rasps in there.
It certainly is. And not enough automatic rivet guns.
And Sigmar is not present anywhere.
Cool. So, as the crew kind of like shake off all that cold, horrible feeling of Nagash peering into their soul, trying to claim it for one of his own, you decide to move on hastily from this place.
How are we navigating these tunnels? We just sort of run here, assuming they're going to take us to the other ship. Do we have a bearing? Or are we just going on pure instinct? Or
I think the captain must have like some sort of compass system.
Nice.
Built into her suit, so she's. Although no, Vargi does. He's the navigator, right? So he's kind of following.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's following this kind of compass, and he kind of
stumbling along.
And for the first time, he's not laughing because he's got the chill of death in his bones, and he points to the other side of the chamber and he goes, I believe it's this way. Quick, we better be away from this place.
But you want to rest down, heal your wounds a bit, sleep.
So sarky.
Very funny, very funny. Cool. So you move on.
Love it.
You kind of lose track of days and nights here because you've rested for a good while. But you keep continuing on. And should we have a 5-minute break because I need the toilet?
Oh yes,
Sure.
It's a terrific idea.
Oh, actually, get to drink. But what?
It's almost time for a belly.
I'm gonna crack a beer.
All right then. Actually, to be fair, playing Assassin's Creed, like holding down the sprint with my thumb for 6 hours straight, it's like fucking hell.
I'll do it.
Right.
I'll do it.
So, the never-ending tunnels continue to twist and turn before you. The tired muffle of the surviving crew fills the close space. There is a crunch of earth and a sharp cry of shock as one of the heavily armoured Duardin vanishes through the floor beneath your eyes.
Ooh.
You barely have time to call out a warning before the tunnel collapses beneath your feet, sending the group tumbling down into the darkness. So who has a natural awareness of 3 or higher?
Me.
So whoever does, you notice it before it's happening, but you can't avoid it. But you manage to stay on your feet and maybe skid down. The rest of you take a DN 5-2 reflexes test every 6 seconds, so you can pretty much use it for every.
Oh well, then can I use my metal to get an extra die if it doubles my? I've got one training reflex, so I can double my training.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to do it before the test, but yeah, go ahead. It's fine, doesn't really matter.
Right. Hey! Worked out nicely.
Val, are you going to do the same? You know, double your training?
Bell has no training.
Okay, fair enough. Well, maybe you're taking points. So obviously, maybe it breaks right beneath your feet. So you take
It certainly weighs a bit in her plate armor.
Yeah, you take 3 damage, which I think you mostly absorb anyway, right?
Yes. Yes, she
By
falls
Sigmar's
through,
nose.
but actually does like a hero landing.
Sure.
It's rough on the knees though.
Yeah.
It's rough on the knees, but we'll worry about that at our next reforging.
Yeah, actually, you do fall prone. You land prone. It says so.
Okay, so she nearly does a hero.
You hero land, but
on
your back. Yeah. So
not dignified.
The groaning of the survivors fills your ears as a mixed, musty, damp smell calls your attention to your surroundings. And I shall now change to the next soundtrack.
Whoa.
That one.
All around you.
Does this feel like we're going through the layers of Avernus again?
All around you lies a vast field of bloated mushrooms of all shapes, colours and sizes. A number of these mushrooms have been reduced to broken piles of pulp amid thick veils of spores. Your feet sink into the spongy carpet of moss and decay, kicking up small plumes of soggy pores with every step. So,
I don't like soggy paws.
anyone who wants to investigate the mushrooms can do me a D&3 nature check.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to the
I'm
tree.
a nature boy.
Go on, big tree. You have a look at these mushrooms. See what I've got.
The mycelium. Difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Go on then. Woo! I fucking know what these mushrooms are. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like you're like Neo in the Matrix. It's just so you can see that there are hundreds of different mushroom species around you, probably more than you ever seen in one place. The smallest make up this spongy carpet that is under your feet, whereas there are tall ones the size of trees scattered around this cavern.
Jesus.
The rest of the crew kind of look around them as they kind of accidentally step on them, and puffs of spore like pop up into the air, and they're like, "Oh shit! Blessed my beard." Yeah.
Is there any danger to them or anything particularly?
It's unpleasant, is it?
So let me have a look.
Any creatures that reside within these mushroom fields?
So this is definitely difficult terrain, but as of yet, you cannot see any sentient creatures. But as you're all kind of getting your bearings and trying to look for a way out, a shrill shriek echoes off the damp forest of mushrooms as a tall grot appears not far from where the group unceremoniously landed. Bulbous mushrooms pierce his skin, and his eyes are lit with wicked madness. His skin and clothing are soaked through as if he's just emerged from a pool of slime. He points one gnarled finger at the crushed mushrooms, turns his mad gaze towards the group, then screams a string of incomprehensible curses in their direction, ending with, "You dare to harm the children of the Mighty Drizzleshroom!" Sickly eldritch energy wreaths his form as his rantings reach a deafening crescendo that fill the mushroom garden.
Goblin shaman.
This is him here.
Oh.
He's wearing a mushroom on his head.
No, indeed. He loves his mushrooms.
And
Little critters there as well.
yeah, and so as his screaming reaches a crescendo, creatures burst out from around the mushrooms from their hiding place and squigs come in all around you.
This song takes me back to Avernus. This is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
more circles of Avernus.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, bloody loads of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a good thing you got good initiative.
So
Oh, these zones are massive. Oh.
Drizzleshroom jumps onto his own squig, and he starts to bounce on top of the tallest mushrooms from one to the other on his giant squig. Cool. So his initiative is 10. What a
Oh, well.
beast.
What?
Fine, flex your initiative.
Are you kidding me?
Weird flex, but okay.
So first of all, he grabs a mushroom from off his shoulder and bites into it as he starts to bubble with eldritch energy. And he is going to cast Squig Lure. 8, 6.
Definitely gonna kick a squig.
So I need 3 5s, which I don't get to do my Squig Lure. If that's the case, then he's just going to do Arcane Bolt onto the nearest person, who is Vel. And it's
Classic.
yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 plus 1. That's 4 damage into Vel.
That's a lot
Cool.
of dice.
So she deflects most of the arcane blast, but is caught at least.
Wait. He casts an arcane blast, right?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
You wish to unbind?
Yes, I wish to unbind.
Oh no, he doesn't.
No, we didn't. That's badass. I like that.
Sorry, I was listening to
say-
what I'm going to do.
I
and I
say
just heard
nay.
blast. And I quickly came back to my senses.
You counterspell.
I do. It is mind channeling test versus the casting difficulty of the spell.
Okay, so 4. DM4 then.
Bam.
Wizards are cool in this.
They are really cool, actually. Oh, that's Goodbye.
Okay, do you need to beat his? Yeah, okay. Then you just blast
That
up
muffler's
your.
back on then.
Yeah, you just reach out and then the arcane blast hits off your watery energy.
You do nothing.
And he screams in rage as he bounces onto a tall mushroom and enters the zone.
That's good.
So now it's initiative 6.
Right, so thank you for bouncing into my zone, because now I can cast Cloying Sea Mist.
Ooh.
Enemies in your zone must make a DN 4/5 body fortitude test or become incapacitated.
Nice.
So say again.
Yes,
It's DN
5-3.
4/5.
a DN
4.5.
4/5.
Yeah.
What?
So you have to make
That's a lot.
To
That's a
cast
lot.
it, you're DN 5-3, right?
Oh, sorry. It's it's 5 to cast it, and then DN 4/5. Yeah.
Yeah. So
For
you
some
have,
roll
reason.
three.
okay.
So what I can do is I can do nothing actually, because I need 5 successes. So that doesn't work.
You can use metal to double your focus. Oh, you've used it to unbind.
Yep.
Oh, so it doesn't go off.
So it doesn't work. But yeah, that's my plan. Failed. So now I need to use the sheet to see how badly this is gonna fail.
So you suffer 1d6 damage.
Yay.
Not too bad.
2. Okay. It could have been worse.
All right. Malva.
Sorry, I got a bit confused there.
Yeah, I don't like everyone bunched in together. It doesn't really help my attack. I guess I'll go. Because all my best attacks are blasts, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I guess for I'm just going to find the big one then. Go with the old rapid fire rivet gun. There's no rules about like you can't target one enemy in a group of enemies. I can say I want to hit the main guy, right?
No, yeah, you can just target. These are all individual targets.
Great. Well, actually, do I want to get stuck in there? Nah, let's just fire them. Cool. I'll go with my rapid fire rivet gun. Are any of the people within arm's reach of him? Would you say those two guys around him? Are they? Would you say they're within arm's reach?
Yeah. Why? Oh, for your
Because spread.
spread. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Takes half damage. Okay, well, let's figure out him then. Okay, so here we go. Give the attack. Let's see, and I'll use my metal to just double the amount of dice I roll from my other. So I'm gonna roll 76. Here we go. Okay. What have we got there? Seems alright.
So their defense is poor. The squids is poor. Drizzleshroom's is good.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. So I mean, I'm trying to hit him. So I don't think it'll matter too much. So it's good on good. So it's a 4 to hit then. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll use my focus to put that up against. That's 5. So that's 7 damage to him. I pierced an armor of his as well if he has an armor. I pierced one of his armors. So if he has any armor to worry about.
He does. So how much damage? What is?
So to him, let's focus on first. 7 damage on the main guy, but also I pierced 1 level of armor, so he doesn't get one. He loses 1 armor. Not doesn't lose it, but it doesn't count. In this.
Were you doing DN3?
DN4.
DN4. So he has an ability called.
There we go.
Spore Squigs. Drizzleshroom is covered in spore squigs, which exude thick green spores. Drizzleshroom's defense is 1 step higher when these targeted by a ranged attack.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So it's just 2, I'm afraid.
Fine. So no, it's 3. I use my focus to roll 1 up then. So that's 3. So that's 5 damage on him still then.
Okay, ignoring 1 point of armor.
Ignoring 1 point of armor, yeah.
So 5 damage. It goes down to 4 damage then onto him.
What? Why?
Because
he's got 2 armor.
He's got
Okay,
2
fine.
armor.
Lovely. 4 damage on him. And then for the spread, we use a spread weapon. Any creature in close range takes half damage. If the creature has a higher defense, they don't. So they just take half damage. They take half of 5. So I guess that's 2 or 3.
We'll count it as 3s. Alright.
There you go. So it's 3 damage each.
Cool.
That's not too bad.
The squiggies get blasted.
Blam.
Cool. And then initiative 4 people.
Go on, Val, you're closest.
Yeah, okay. Vel points her sword at what's this guy called?
The Mighty Drizzleshroom.
And says, "You face me," and she does a heroic challenge.
Nice. So that means creature.
Any attacks other than targeting anyone other than me is decreased 1 step, and I get a bonus when attacking the challenge.
Okay.
And then she moves in to attack him.
He is currently bouncing on top of tall mushrooms.
Yeah, what a prick. Okay, well, she shouts that challenge, and and then actually moves in to kill a nearby squig.
Fair, yeah.
It's still useful. So yeah, she moves to here, I think, and spends a point of metal to do another action, and just makes a regular old attack with her Sigmarite Questor Warblade.
Cool. It is a poor defense.
Okay, so we're hitting on 2s.
Yes.
So suck that 6 damage.
Oh, and I should say, actually, Malgra, roll me a d6.
Okay. Why? It's a 2.
Oh no, actually, I think it's just on a miss. Yeah, no, never mind me. It's on a miss. So Val, you do how much
I'll
damage?
remember that.
6.
Yeah, you just pop this squig. Blep.
Blip.
Blip.
And then can Vel, so it's a free action to move within your zone, right?
Indeed.
So can she move again?
Yeah.
So she'll then return back to Imran's side.
Okay. Darak.
Okay. So much like my sword, I'll draw my bow, unmelding it from my back.
Nice.
And I've got a little creature with me, which I've not, explained before, but he's called a quiverling. So he's like a 4-legged woodland creature, and he's got a quiver, basically coming out of his back. That's how my arrows are stored.
That's cool.
Quiverling.
So I draw an arrow from my quiverling,
I like it.
tighten the bowstring,
Nice.
aim on this little goblin fucker's face.
You're
And,
shooting Drizzleshroom, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
and say something like "Kharadron's wrath unleashed," and then go to shoot. My great bow is 1+
Yeah.
success. Yeah.
So it's 1 plus 3, it's 4 damage. He's got armor 2, so it halves down to 2. You do more damage to him. Bleh.
Nice. And then
Um,
can I use a metal to do
yeah.
another check?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do it.
And I'm like, Alariel's blessing be with me. just cycling between the two gods I worship.
Yeah, just keep
Nice.
It's Warhammer. Eventually they'll hear you.
Was it DN5?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
yeah.
Can I use a focus again?
If you've got a 4, you can make it a 5, yeah, but it will just get soaked by the armor.
Never mind.
Yes.
It's a mushroom.
Okay, so Brocca is going to shoot her Affirmatic volley gun. It's DM2. She gets 4 successes. She blasts this squig nearby her and does half damage to. So it goes down to 2. Blast that one nearby. The rest of the crew open up with their pistols. So, and they do.
What's Etheric do?
I don't think much. I think it just means that it's like Dwarden made.
Sounds good though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 7, 11. So they managed to clear out these 2 rear squigs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now it's the squig's turn.
Squeeze.
The squiggies.
Let's get squeaking.
They're going to use their ability called Boing Smash. So basically, the squig bounces high into the air and tries to squash its enemies into a pulp. It launches itself into the air and attempts to land on the target. The squig makes a fangful more attack, but it's merely reduced 1 step for the attack. If the attack hits, you double the damage.
Oh.
So
Careful.
this one is going to go and try and hit Kargi.
Huh.
So their defense is, the crew member's defense is just average. Yeah, so the squig's melee is actually good, but it reduces by 1, so it makes it a DN 4. So it's 1 success, which doubles to 2, which means Vargir takes a point of damage as a squig bounces on his head and knocks him prone. Also, as the squig bounces, it turns this whole zone into a minor hazard as it releases dozens of spores into the air.
Oh no.
So they will all take 1 point of damage at the beginning of their next turns. So we've got one that will go for Dirac.
Oh no.
And then these front ones will just bounce like this. They can basically go like long range. They can go two. They can bounce 2 zones basically.
Huh.
Christ.
So mushrooms can be so deadly.
So 3 of the squigs are going to attack Val.
Come at me.
Their melee is good, and your defense is now.
My defense is still good. Are these also doing their bounce attacks, or?
Yes. So it
So
reduces
it's-
by 1. So their
So
DN is 5.
average is good. Yeah.
So that's 0 successes. No, that's the wrong DN. Got 5 successes there. That's 2 successes. And then
Oh,
3
we
successes.
don't like 3 That's we don't like 3.
So that is another 1 plus. I know, it doubles the damage. So
Dear Lord.
we're doing 2 and 3, so that's 10 damage.
Jesus.
As you get bounced on and you get knocked prone by the squiggies.
So the attacks come in separately, though, right? So they'll
Yes.
be. So what were their numbers again?
It's a 4 damage and a 6 damage.
Okay, so we take 1 and we take 4 damage total,
Okay,
Yeah.
or toughness total
cool.
for the armor.
So these other 2 are going to go on to Dirac.
Oh yeah.
So you've got 2 armor, so the first one bounces off your armor, but the second one does 6 damage to you.
Oof. Good.
And then we've got 1 on Imran. What's your defense?
No, you don't. No, you don't need to. It's too poor for anything to happen. It's poor.
Okay, so it's
How much damage was that?
6.
Jesus.
So it's 4 damage on Imran. And Malgro, what's your defense?
It's
Average?
it's average, isn't it? Give me 1 second, double check myself. It's average, yes.
So you take 4 damage as well. And
But my armor counts, right?
yes.
Cool.
And since all these squigs are bouncing around in this zone, it has now become a deadly hazard and heavily obscured.
So worth leaving the zone.
There's loads of spores lift into the air. So just before you see the puffs of spores release, you see the Mighty Drizzleshroom bounce away back to where he'd come from and disappear up into a tunnel away from you, leaving the squigs to
Coward.
to deal with his
And if he's so angry.
his mess. Imran, it's your turn then. Initiative 6. It's 5 damage when you start your turn in there.
God.
5 damage every time you start your turn in there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I would try to move.
Does it take armor into consideration?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, it does.
I mean, that reduces the 4 damage in my case, so that's not a lot. But it does mean that my toughness is now 0, and I take 2 wound damages. Now, how does that translate? I know I saw that somewhere. Give me a minute. Just let me know.
You take a serious wound.
Is it a serious wound? Yeah, where is it? Combat. Damage. There you go. Yeah, if you take 2 to 4 damage, then you take a serious wound, which fills 2 spaces. Well then.
But I like that because it means if you take 4, then it's only 2. It's quite a bit gentler, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you take 2, in my case, it's still 2.
Well, yeah, sure. But you know.
Well, okay. Let me just... How am I going to add wounds to this? Modify.
So we're all going to take it at the start of our turn
2.
anyway. That's
Come on, why doesn't this want to work? Doesn't let me add wounds to my roll 20 stuff.
It's fine. You can just write it down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down somewhere.
Do you
Right.
do you go to move as well, or to might to blast your way past these squigs?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast, before I actually move, Cloying Sea Mists once again.
Okay.
Well, gonna try.
So I really wish I hadn't.
So, have you guys read about Soulfire?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
have
Brad, basically.
four. You have
That's good.
4 Soulfire. And you will probably only get some more back if you basically complete this quest. So, but it's like you've got 4 for today, basically. You can use it to achieve maximum success on a test. Or you
Good
can-
idea.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go for it, mate.
Right, that is
putting it-
exactly what I'll be doing then. Which puts it up to maximum success, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes then. However, I do need 3, so that's 2 successes, I guess.
All the dice you could roll give you successes. So
Well, actually, technically, it's you have to. If you do that before the test, it's that. If you do it afterwards,
Oh, I did.
afterwards you can reroll.
Ah.
You can reroll fails.
Okay, so I'll reroll. I can just use 1 Soulfire to reroll all my fails, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so what I'll use I'll use one of my focus to turn one of the 4s into a 5, which is a success, and I'll roll the other 5.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that's a success. That is a full success.
Thank God.
Thank God for sure. Okay, every enemy in this zone is incapacitated.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Let
So
me
that's the
check
first
what
one.
that means.
So that's my first action. I'll use my metal for my second action,
Mm-hmm.
and I will cast Ghost Light.
Ghost light.
Yes, it's just a TN3, which is a success, and illuminates my entire zone and removes any lightly or heavily obscured traits.
Wow.
Sick.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
And I'll use my move action to get the hell out of there and come here.
Nice. Yeah, all the squigs, like a big blast of light goes out, and they all just go, and they all just fall asleep on the spongy carpet.
nice.
So basically,
Job.
they can't move, take actions, or spend metal, and they can't defend themselves. The DN to hit is always 2. So Malgra,
Yes.
time
Let's
to
do this.
detonate them.
Wow.
Well, there's still too many people in there. That's my only problem.
true.
I just want to say I did remove the obscured part, but the toxin is still there. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I-
So you take
You're
5
gonna take
damage.
damage, don't you?
You want me to do the whole 5 damagey thing at the start of this turn?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. So that's just not much to do about it. It's just flat 5 damage, is it? No.
You can take armor save.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Jeez, that is brutal, isn't it? Right. Fine. That's down to 2 toughness.
You could,
Okie dokie.
you can also, if you want, you can do the reaction action. If you want to wait until someone else has moved out of the zone.
Okay, that's interesting. So what's that? I can just delay my turn, basically.
You basically prepare yourself to act when a specific event happens. If the trigger of your action doesn't happen, you can choose to proceed. So yeah, basically, if you say I'm gonna shoot when Darak moves out of the zone, then yeah, you can do that.
That is what I'm going to do. That's a great shout. So delete the damage. So can I move out and then react? Okay.
Yeah, it's an action, so you can move as well.
Cool. So I move, and I'll take a reaction action. So I'm going to fire off my my good old drill launcher once.
Yeah. Can't
Once.
you ignore 2 people?
No, only one. I've only got 1
Oh, right.
focus.
Okay, fair enough.
So yes.
Okay.
So yeah, when Vel's next, right? So whatever's the next one, the 2 of them. Yeah, I'll wait. Then I'll wait for their turn. Then. Great. Good tip, DM. Thanks.
Go on then. Initiative 4.
Are they permanently incapacitated or what?
I mean, it seems so.
Let me see, because I do have my notes here.
Oh yeah, the spell
blah, blah, blah.
would be.
So they are incapacitated. 1 plus success run.
What?
So-
1 plus success, and you got like.
So I guess I got 1 success, so that's 2 rounds, right? Would that be it, Ollie?
You got more than 1 success, didn't you?
That's an outrageously good spell.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It's also not that easy to do, though.
Yeah. So Durak, are you going to retreat and let Malgra drop the bomb? You can also attack and then move.
Yeah, it's true. You might as well because you're going to run anyway.
I'm gonna move back to this zone,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do a Raid of Doom.
Yeah, basically they can't take the test, the reflex test. So yeah, just roll your Hail of Doom
Hail of Doom!
and kill and steal the kill.
No.
Difficulty?
2 because they're incapacitated.
You're
Nice.
welcome.
I think it would be 2 anyway because they're poor defense.
Listen, Ollie, let me have this.
But
He needs this.
yeah.
I'm gonna use a focus as well. Get
Yeah.
the 4 to a 5.
Nice. Okay, yeah. See, they still take 5 damage. Guess how many wounds they have, or toughness they
How
have.
do we work out how big
One.
the zone is?
5.
The zone is just the whole thing.
The zone is
Yeah.
Oh,
where I've drawn the lines.
okay.
From
Yeah.
here to here.
Yeah. So all of these squigs just get peppered with arrows
Ow.
into their sleeping.
Vel turns around, and it's like that bit in 300 where the Persians fire their first
Yeah.
volley of arrows at the Spartans, and she's like, "Oh!" And
Like
watches
Legolas.
just blink, 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 blink as they all die around her.
I'm letting 3 arrows off at once.
yeah.
How does Malgra feel about this?
Very upset.
So Margaret, if the trigger for your action doesn't happen, you can choose to proceed to the next round without taking an action, or you can take a different action,
Yeah.
but
I'm
act
thinking.
last in the initiative order.
That's fine. I mean, there's really only
Vel's turn.
one guy left to kill,
Well,
isn't there? So I mean,
I think it's Vel gets to act, and then the other 3,
Yeah.
the crew get to act. So yeah,
yeah, go for it.
All right, so Vel still take a 5 damage.
He is.
So 2 toughness down. Well, yeah, then she just makes a charge attack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This music just reminds me of you guys fighting in that village against that fucking Kleptektoek.
Oh my god.
Oh man. He takes 7 damage.
He's totally toast.
She turns around, she stands up, and she like does that thing where she slashes all the arrows off her shield, like,
Yes.
and then just runs him through. Sticks her sword into his maw.
Yeah, nice.
Little squiggy go bye bye.
Yeah, basilisk style. Alright, cool. So you do spot. You all sort of, I guess you all kind of get to like this zone where there's no spores in the air.
That's good.
And through this way you can see a little, what is it? Yeah, there's like a little irrigation channel for the mushrooms where like the water that's coming in to sort of like fester all these mushrooms, and a drain that's leading out of the cavern, which you can, and the captain just orders all of the crew down the drain. Quickly before that mad Grok comes back.
Yeah, seconded. Do a slide of the drain.
You do me a difficulty 5 reflexes test.
Oh my god!
As
Why
you
is it
s-
always reflexes? Why are there
as
no
you-
other tests?
As you slide down the drain on the slime into a rocky cavern below.
No.
All right, so you find yourself back into some sort of tunnel like before, and you can all take a breather from that fight and cough the spores out of your lungs, recovering all your toughness.
Lovely.
Yeah, the survivors are looking pretty worse for wear, but they're still determined to find their way out of these blasted tunnels.
Good.
Suddenly, one of them cries out and swears that they can see light at the end of a tunnel, and everyone's getting really excited and hopeful. You start moving faster towards down this tunnel. And then you start to feel a vibrating rumble through the earth. Concerned murmurs strike up around the survivors as they huddle together and prepare for the worst. Loose soil and rocks begin to trickle from the walls as the noise increases until you hear a roaring charge coming from behind you. You see a mass of hooves and twisted forms as a stampede of mutated wild animals thunder down the tunnel towards you.
Jesus.
Towards us.
Yes, these are...
In our direction.
Yes, these are creatures who have got lost and gone a bit mad in the tunnels.
I just want to clarify, this is a stampede coming towards us.
Underground. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot.
So...
Right, so Vel, I've been nice to you so far. Get in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I did last time. I think you'd be dead already if Vel didn't get in front of you.
I mean, hey,
So
acknowledge what I did.
There are 3 things you can do
Run.
at this
Cry.
point. Number 1 is run, which is a DN 4-3 athletics check. 5-3 if you're actually helping someone else. You can try and use beast handling or intimidation to divert the stampede out of your way. Or you can try and stand and fight them off.
Let me try beast handling then.
Go on, Derek. So did you say... Yeah, so it's a 6-3 beast handling, or it's a 5-3 if you're doing something to help.
I think, like, between Vel and Derek, they could form something of a wall in perhaps some of the narrower parts of the passage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hold my arm out to Val, entangle my roots onto her.
Yeah, and the shield slams into the ground and sort of prepare to receive cavalry.
I'm able to puff you guys.
I just state
You can
simply,
use talents out of combat.
stand fast, little one.
Would that be a possible thing to do, Ollie?
Yeah. What are you thinking of using?
Mystic Shield to increase like their defense and make them more tough and everything.
Yeah, I think
That-
if you
that-
make them shiny and make them
Vel laughs for the first time that any of you have seen at being called Tiny One by Derek. There's such novelty of being spoken to diminutively by anyone.
Oh, wait. It is just a stampeding bunch of animals, right? Like
Yeah, they're
just-
mutated
yeah.
though.
dumb creatures, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Bit enraged by the mutations. it sounds
Okay,
like.
so would actually discussing this with you guys be metagaming? I don't know. Because how do you feel about me just shining a light in our zone? Would that maybe drive them away?
I think so. I think that would be something that you would do.
I don't think that seems strong enough. Is my only thought.
I mean, it's not gonna do the job, but it will aid. Like,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
you
that's what
doing
I'm gonna do,
stuff
actually.
will add to the overall result, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will cast Ghost Light in my zone to shine a light in our entire area.
Yeah, this will all add to Derak's beast handling.
All right, I'll throw a grenade to scare them off.
You rev your saw. Okay,
Does this
great.
reduce the difficulty then?
Yeah, so it was 5-3 with Vel helping. Let's say it's a 4-3.
Oh, you muted. Okay, you're back.
It's a 4-3.
4-3.
Now with the blinding light, actually, I'm gonna make it a 4-2 because the blinding light, I think, on creatures that have been running around in the dark for God knows how long, I think is gonna fuck them up pretty bad. So yeah, give me
That's my thought.
give me
Is there any merit? Is it any merit to be firing off some kind of loud gun in the air or something to try and scare him as well? Is there?
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
That might spook them more though.
Bring the cave down upon us.
Well, hey, I asked the question. I didn't think it was a great idea, so probably I'll leave it to you guys.
I think you'll be good with the so go on.
I think so. I think so.
Tarak, give me a 4-2 beast handling. And don't forget you can use your. Yes, you do it. I was going to say you can use your metal beforehand to double training, but you don't need to. Cool. Just as they come running up behind you, Tarak, you spin around, reaching out your branches, making yourself as wide as the tunnel. Vel slams down her shield, and then the light from Imran's staff gleams off, or probably also reflecting off of the Sigmarite as well. And sort of the front animals approach you, and as they come into the light, you can see they're all kind of like their flesh is sloughing off, and they're all like completely like maddened eyes, and some of them got spikes coming out of them. And they sort of panic, and they sort of do this kind of thing, and they rear up, and then the front of the Stampede stops, goes backwards, and then there's sort of like this big pile up and big mosh of animals screaming with pain as they all kind of get kicking each other with their hooves. And you take this moment to dash to the tunnel, the light, the tunnel that you see.
Not my light.
Nice.
Keep that in mind.
Oh no, the other way.
So,
Malgra dashes towards the wrong light and ends up in the Stampede.
Oh no.
So after days spent enduring the trials of the accursed tunnels beneath the kindling forest, you finally spot light up ahead. With groans of relief, the survivors break for the surface. You emerge on the outskirts of the burning forest. The ever-blazing trees are smaller and spaced further apart here. The fresh air brings relief to your singed throat as you hear those around you say a blessing to their various gods at finally escaping the nightmare. And you can see that the sun is low in the sky. And the captain urges everybody on to get away from the forest, and especially the entrance to the tunnel, in case that you're being tracked still.
Sensible.
And at this point you can do a rest. Another rest.
Ooh, nice. Have a woundy rest.
A woundy rest.
Very nice.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Cover one.
Well, I didn't have any anyway.
Well, have one left over.
You should try getting Sigmarite on. It keeps you pretty safe.
And,
This is going to be a real shock getting back into Wrath and Glory, where it's like you've been shot by a cheaply made stub gun. You are dying.
Yes.
Your leg's falling off.
I'm gonna get a beer and go to the loo.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, as you rest again overnight, the Dwarden revel in the stories of the madness of the mushroom cavern, and admirably remember how you single-handedly all took down the army of Squeaks, and not just one of them say that they would never wish to see the mighty Drizzleshroom ever again. Cool. And also during your rest, does somebody want to try and scout around to see if you can find the Grund, if it's anywhere nearby?
I don't know their skills, but I'll go with I'll take a moment.
Ooh,
to go
no.
with
It's a survival check.
Ooh.
You notice the thin plume of smoke rising into the sky. You can hear the clanging of hammers on metal, which you no doubt believe is the crash site of the Grund. Cool. So after your rest, you make the journey, the short walk, a few hours to reach the crash site of the Grund. The ship actually looks in pretty decent shape, despite the fact that it's on the ground with no power. As you break from the forest, you're welcomed with open arms and cheery slaps on the back as the two crews mingle with each other, and it's large. It's noticed quite quickly that the captain of the Grund did not make the crash, and so Captain Brockisdotter takes charge of the situation and finds out what the situation is.
Mal will get swiftly to work to try and chip in wherever they can to help repairs.
Okay. So the crew say that should be no more than 3 or 4 hours to make it airborne. The biggest problem is that the ether engines that power the ship and its weapon systems have been severely damaged and require major repairs. So, yes, it says any Kharadron characters with either the Aether Chemist's Guild member or Engineer's Guild member talent can attempt to aid in repairs.
Woohoo!
Doing so is a DN4 10 crafting test. So you can make 3 tests over the course of an hour.
Nice.
So
it's going by crafting. Yeah, that's my big deal.
Yeah.
Nice. Very exciting.
So do me 3 crafting tests. And you need to get 10
Here we go.
4s.
How much do you get?
10 4s off 3 tests.
Okay, so we're going 4. So first test up, 46. Here we go. Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
So you got 3.
I got a focus so I can shift that 3 to a 4. So that's 4 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Here we go. But only 10 though. You say that's quite a lot actually when you think about it. All right, here we go. Let's go again then. Yeah. Oh, it's all right. Again, I'll shift one up to a 4. I should be doing my metal. I need a metal each of these. Yeah. Let me roll another 2d6 for those 2. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
One on each. One on each. So I'm going 2d6 now.
Mm-hmm.
So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we get 3 on this last one. Oh, here we go. Cool. So I'm going to roll my 5 this time.
Okay, nice.
Big boy.
So
Smashed it with 13.
yeah, so the Aether engine that you are working furiously on the prow of the ship, and you manage to hear the satisfying noise of life coming to the engine and and basically the great sky cannon on the prow of the ship becomes operational. This is 4 flat damage plus successes.
Nice.
It's a beast.
Good.
So after an hour or so, anyone with a natural awareness of 2 or more, you spot a small grot on a squig sitting atop a nearby hill. It watches the group from the tree line and then turns back into the forest.
Oh no.
If you tell the captain, then she surmises that the Drizzleshroom has not given up the chase. And
Can we not just use the flat cannons to unleash, just to rain down a barrage
onto the he's out of long range, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. The captain says, I don't know how big a force Drizzleshroom will bring upon us, or how long it will take, but I would like to be airborne before it happens. Double your efforts, men and ladies.
Can I
And other
intervene?
genders.
Can you what?
Can I intervene?
With what?
It is unwise to remain in the open if the enemy is in the shadows.
That's true.
That's Dirac 2020.
Yeah, okay, you could. That's to be fair, we haven't done any sneak attacks yet.
Can I also suggest that I go scout ahead and check out the danger
Yeah, if you want to.
using my stealth?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, sure. Roll me some stealth.
Yeah. Oh, it's clicking the wrong one.
You've just taken your training bonus off of stealth, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fool.
I didn't use it before.
Yeah, there's not much chance.
Difficulty?
Okay, let me see. Let me just see.
I'll meld through the forest.
Yeah.
It's a forest as well, and I'm a tree.
Yeah,
Got
finally.
a bonus for
that. Let me just see what the grot. The grot natural
I'll just set
awareness
myself on fire.
is 1, so I guess anything but all fails. I think you do 1 success.
So difficulty number 2.
Yeah.
Tidy.
Yeah. So you meld through the forest, the one that isn't on fire. I was happy as a clam. You make it up to the hill where you saw the scout, and you start making your way down the other side of the hill, rushing through the trees, your large footsteps somehow making close to no noise, and your owl tweeting, hooting happily. Before you get too far, however, you hear the thud of something heavy coming through the forest, and then you start to see a line of gruts walking in like a loose formation with spears walking through the forest, and you can kind of count like at least 30 before you realise you should probably head back, as they'll be over the hill quite quick, and you start to see squigs bouncing ahead of the army.
So do I know what the heavy footsteps were, or was that just the grots?
Roll me a nature check to see if you would know.
It's definitely an auger.
If you're like, only one thing makes that sort of noise.
What difficulty?
I guess 4.
Bosh.
I think 4 is like average. Okay, great. So yeah, maybe you, being some sort of scout of the wood, you learn to notice what footfall noise each race makes, and the last time you heard this noise was when a group of Troggoths stomped their way through your forest.
Foul beasts. Must be
Foul
cleansed.
Well, later. Come, run back fast again.
Reign of Doom!
Oh God!
Out of my forest, foul beings.
Yeah, you're basically like a skirmisher. You're just like hiding behind the tree, and then another one.
Just legless stuff. I'll return to the group. And
Okay.
let them know what is about to befall us.
Okay. You tell the captain who nods, and she yells again. Malgra Daneson got the great sky cannon operational. Somebody man it quickly. We're going to need the big guns.
Me, please.
Yeah, you're already sat in the seat, like strapped in.
Pretty much. Yeah.
In the
Really? I guess I might as well. If we're going to use it, I suppose. Yeah.
Go
Well,
on, Stumpy.
I'm already here. So, as the crew of the Grund continue their scrambled attempts to make the damaged airship operational, a hollow horn blast cuts out from the kindling forest and echoes across the scorched plain towards the ship. Dozens of squigs, some with riders and some wild, burst from the tree line in an erratic, bounding charge, followed shortly after by a mass of whooping grots.
Concern.
yes. Oh, there we go.
Oh no!
So,
I see an obscured area. I always assume it's the worst thing.
Yeah. So let me just get all the.
Ah, that's cool.
So many squigs.
Ooh, that's cool.
That is a kick-ass song.
This was your fighting
Is that-
Zariel music.
Who's that goblin in at the back? Just looks like a generic ass goblin.
So yeah. So these other squigs, these are like, they're called squig hoppers. So these are squigs that are being ridden by grots, and they come bouncing towards you. And then behind them is a squig herder, who is basically trying to control this pack of squigs and somehow got them some sort of rudimentary training. So yes, Malgra's on the big gun.
Woohoo!
Where are the zones?
Oh yes, this is complicated.
So the ship is a zone. The area, let's say the area in front of the ship, beneath these rocks is a zone, and then on top of the rocks is a zone.
Nice.
Let me just, I'll probably just be like this. Like that, I guess.
Sounds
A
good.
work of art, if ever there was.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's better in the theatre of the mind.
It is better.
There are some things which are better, yeah. In the Theatre of the Mind.
Yeah, I think everything is better in the theatre of the mind.
Okay.
That's probably a debate for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I rolled dice with my own hand. Jesus.
That'll be a debate
Oh.
for when we're trying to play Warhammer, but we have to wait like 15 to 20 minutes for Mikey to log on.
Hey,
Yes, that's true.
I was here
At
for
least
anyone.
at least you can browse the range at Darksphere when he's still late, sat in Leon, waiting for his
I miss my
bean curry or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
lentil curries. That was the one. The lentil
Yeah,
curries.
yeah,
I miss
that's
those.
good.
Saving a fortune though. Woo-wee.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that Leon tax. Am I right?
I'm what?
£15 a week.
Pretty much, yeah. I get Leon quite a lot.
Right, so Imran, you are first. You're initiative 6.
Rap, rap.
Right, so, there's actually not too much that I can do at this point because they're too far away from me. But, what I will do is instead I will take a reflex action and wait.
Very sensible.
Do I have to specify like until like a certain character moves in, or can I just like delay my action until a later point?
You need to say a trigger that happens.
I need to say a trigger.
So-
Can a trigger be once all the enemies have acted?
Yeah. If you want.
Okay, then that's my trigger.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so
You have to say what you're going to do as well.
Do I?
I don't think you have
Do
to.
you?
No.
I remember that it's like that in Wang, so I didn't know if it was like that in this as well.
No, I think so. Then initiative 5, Malgra.
All right. What's the loadout on this bad boy then?
Actually, you know what? I am just gonna chop that in half, just because. So therefore, it's like it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's 3 zones to get into that. Actually,
that's extreme range.
Yeah, let's keep it long range, because your gun is long range, and it makes sense that gun can actually hit.
Oh, it's a nice little thing, isn't it? Look at that.
That is an amazing roll.
That's a great one. The little one at the end. Nice. What was So oh my god, my ballistic skill is good. What was my DN to hit?
His is average, so it's 3s.
So 3 stats, all good. There's no point using any focus on that. So actually, it's also my already nice. That's fine. Focus doesn't help me, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10 damage then.
Are you including the 3 base?
I think it was 4 base.
Was it 4 base? Then yeah, that's.
You said 4.
Trust me when I read it first time. Yeah, 4. Correct. So 10
damage.
10 damage, you say?
Yeah. Yeah, on the big goblet at the back.
10 damage, is it?
Yeah.
Bam.
So he's not quite dead, but he basically he gets blasted backwards as the whatever shoots out of that gun blasts him backwards.
Nice. Nice.
And all his squigs turn around like in a panic, but he manages to like get up and like do some intricate like hand gestures to control them again, and like does some eldritch magic.
Nice.
But yeah, he looks like he blew him apart basically.
Nice. I'll take that. That was fun.
So now initiative. So he is also initiative 5. So they are going to use their action to come down here. Cool. And then initiative 4 people.
Can I take this on?
Sure.
Vel will defend the ship as a zone as her action.
Cool.
Meaning that no one can get onto the ship unless they beat her in an opposed might or reflexes test, where Vel has advantage because she has a shield.
That is badass.
Sick.
No, she is just fucking try it.
Nice.
And then she'll use might, and she will also take the dodge action.
Nice. I like to think you're also like commanding a line of Kharadrons as well.
Yeah.
Or with like.
Yeah, she's like, let none aboard.
Yeah.
Or you'll face me.
Nice. Okay, next, Darak.
It's time for Hail of Doom. What zone do you think's best? The one close to the ship, or the one with all the squigs in?
Probably
Yeah.
in, right?
In that case, I think that's the one that's furthest away.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 4 successes. They take 4 damage if they fail the reflexes test. So 1 passes. 1 passes. Yes, unfortunate. Oh, actually, no, wait. There's more than 4. Why am I just doing 4? There's actually 8. 1 fails. So the first one gets blasted. Unfortunately, they all like, as they're riding on their squigs, they all divert out the way.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, these aren't incapacitated, which.
Oh yeah, that was pretty awful.
Unfortunately.
Oh well.
Come on, then, man. What are you up to? Incapacitated, please.
Well, I can't do anything until they're in a certain position.
Yeah, Brockisdotter's gonna volley gun the squig herder. So good versus average, DN3. Chicklacky. So it's 2 + 2. She just blasts him, and all these squigs take half damage as well, which is 2. And also, when the squig herder dies, each squig in the combat immediately makes an attack against the nearest non-squig.
Oh, Jesus.
I
thought it was going to be like they just kind of collapse.
But I don't think they can... So I guess they'll try and like jump up the ship, right? Because they're the nearest non-squigs.
Here we go.
So what do they have to do to get up the ship?
So each one has to make an opposed test, and the standard is 4-1. I get to do a 3-1 test because I have advantage, and it's either body might or body reflexes, and presumably it's just whoever gets most successes each time.
Body might. Okay, so there's 4 there. They have 4d6 on might. So it's 4d6. Arg. So what am I trying to beat?
Right.
I'm trying to get 4.
So I think you're looking for successes on a 4, and
Yeah.
I'm looking for successes on a 3.
Okay, so shall I roll? Because the first one I got 2 4s, 2 successes.
Well, let's do it alternating. So, Blap, get off my ship.
Okay.
Again.
Nice.
3.
Okay, next one. Oh, I get 3.
Blap, get off my ship. No, wait, we equal, and in an opposed test, it said, I read it earlier, if it's equal, the GM chooses if either the defender wins by sort of a default, or if or there was another condition. I think by default in an opposed test, the defender wins if it's a draw.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that. That's fine. The next one gets 2.
Hang on. I'm going to think of something cooler to say than Blap, get off my ship.
I quite like it.
You shall not pass
I also like that.
without a ticket.
And the last one gets 3.
So she bats them all down, and that one also just takes a shield to the face,
Nice.
bounces off.
That was a good choice to that move.
That was nice, wasn't it? It can be fun to play a defensive character. I'm trying to do it.
Yeah. Okay, and then the crew are going to shoot at they're going to try and shoot at the squigs with their pistols. So it's a couple of DN3s. So that's yes, 2 and so yeah, 2 of the squigs, they just lean over the side. The crew lean over with their guns and they just take out a couple of squiggies.
Do they go
Nice.
like shooting fish in a barrel?
I hope they do.
Okay, Graves.
And then
Yeah.
Val, you've taken
We're
the
on a
dodge.
ship.
You've taken the dodge action, right, Val? So you
Yes. So I am currently great defense.
Wow. I'll do it.
Come at me.
okie doke.
Oh, gosh.
So now the squig hoppers, with their initiative 3, but with their fast speed,
Oh my
manage
God.
to, and they're going to try and bounce onto the ship.
Here we
Oh.
go. Belle's a busy lady.
So this
You know,
is
one-woman army.
a good thing.
But I
that
think
you
I
did
like
this.
your description that whatever crew are around as well, she's forming sort of a defense line with them, and
Yeah.
Probably quite inspiring
their
as well.
Bodies on the line. All right, let's do this again then. 7 times.
So
Here she goes.
squig hopper.
Steady as she goes.
I've only got 3 might this time, so they're actually weaker than the squigs on their own. Don't ask me why.
Maybe
Why?
because of the weight of the little grot or something. That makes no sense. I'm trying.
I think it's the grots who are fighting. That's the problem.
Right.
You get 3 on the first one. Get off my ship. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah. All
Get off my
fails.
ship.
All fails.
Get off my ship.
Number
Wow.
3 gets 3.
Get off my ship.
Number 4 gets 2.
Hold the line!
Number 5 gets 2.
By Sigmar's will!
Number 6 gets nothing.
Light of his ear, damn you!
And number 7 gets 2.
Zog off!
So
Only just that time. Oh, that one's a draw.
Okay, so all the hoppers. I think
No more.
what happens is they try to scrabble up the side and they get beaten back, and then the squigs panic and they bounce, and they just bounce right over the other side of the ship.
All of them?
Yeah,
Fuckers.
because they bounce when they panic, so they all boinged. It's like you formed square and the cavalry went crazy. And they just roll down the hill on the other side.
Sick.
And they sort of the squigs land upside down and crush the grots, and all the grots fall off and stuff.
I like that one of them bounced sort of onto the ship, but Vel was like shields up and it's like "Hup!"
Yeah. You
chucks one right over the other
You
side.
just hot potatoed it. Right, Imran, play your trap
Right.
card.
Well, there's a lot less now, so not much to do. So what I'll do is I'll just cast. I mean, I guess I could just cast Arcane Blast. Or, actually, to make it a little bit more interesting, I'll be casting Arcane Bolt. On this one.
nice. Keep it spicy.
That is beautiful.
Jesus.
That means that the target takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
You're
This one
targeting.
takes 1.
Oh, yeah, he's totally dead.
Yeah, metal to cast the second Arcane
Seriously,
Bolt.
yeah.
Second one, 4 successes, so it takes 4 damage.
Totally dead.
And
Throwing
that's the end of
bolts left, right, and centre.
Yay!
Nice.
Fucking war mage. Right.
Yeah.
Round 2 begins.
Suck that, danger fungus.
I am a danger fungus. Second round begins.
Is that Imran
And-
again first?
Yep, it would be.
And
Oh goodness!
the hordes
There we
of
go.
Warm up
the
round.
hordes of grots march over
What
the hill behind
on
their
earth?
vanguard. So these are swarms, and just
Is that
like mobs, they all have they all count as 1 wound.
Oh lord!
Okay.
And I think
So
you hit. Hang on, I actually saved. So a swarm's toughness is equal to the number of creatures in the swarm. So their toughness is currently 10. Each point of damage kills a member of the swarm.
okay.
A swarm adds 1d6 to attacks per point of current toughness. A swarm suffers double damage from effects that target a zone.
1d6 per point of toughness. Does that mean that it has 10d6 at the moment?
Correct.
Sounds like it. Because they don't have wounds, so there's a toughness drops, the numbers drop.
Yes.
Yeah, but if they attack you right now, they deal 10d6.
Well, let's
damage.
not let that happen then.
Well, don't get hit, nerd.
Oh, of course, yeah. Obviously.
Idiot. Right, so their initiative
You
is...
said you wanted a character to die, right?
Yeah, there is a proper
That still is a thing
last
that I would
stand,
like to see.
the last stand command.
If someone got killed in the first combat, do they get uninvited from your birthday party?
Yeah, just desisted. Cool. So they are initiative 2. So hang on, let me just. It is but it's now at the time of Imran again.
Yay! And
Last
he still can't do
act.
anything.
It's first to act.
Yeah, but he can't do anything.
He can hop off the ship if he wants to get into range.
It's true.
Yeah, and do what? Just float down to land?
You can move in and then fire, yes.
Yeah.
Are your
Yeah,
spells
on the
not?
bubble.
Oh, you're on medium range, aren't you?
You could conjure like a wave beneath you and travel on that.
I really can't. I would like to do that, but I can't.
Why
I
don't
know,
why don't you do a hold action and say when enemies go into the zone, then you?
Yeah, I was gonna
blow
say
up the
that.
zone.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. But I'm not sure if I should wait for all enemies or just first swarm or something.
Yeah, I'd say just
Spicy.
some enemies.
I'll wait for 2 swarms to get into the zone, and then I'll act.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright then, initiative number 5.
So when you say they're doubly affected by attacks that you said, what do you say about target zones? Did you
Target
say?
whole zone, yeah.
So blast is going to be pretty powerful at this point with this ridiculous amount of mobs in one thing.
Agreed.
So this could get a bit silly, but I'm going to use my long range. I'm going to take my hands off the flat gun, give it a little pat, and say, "Well done, mate." But then whip out my drill launcher. And let's see. So they've got high tough. I want to do a lot of hits rather than many high ones. So I assume their defense is pretty low. So I'm going to use my metal to amp up my pool of dice. So I'm going to roll 7d6 and. Oh, it's not the best. It's not the best at all. I knew that would happen.
I don't know.
What's their DN to beat?
It's poor. So are you good? Or are you average?
I am good. Yes, I am good at
so
long
it's
ranges.
DN2.
DN2. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to use my one focus to drill those up. So it's a 1, 2, 3. Oh, so still 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5. So still 6. 6 plus 2, so it's still 8 wounds on all of them. And you said they're vulnerable to zone attacks. So you mean it just helped? It doesn't do anything extra. It just means
double damage.
double damage.
Yes.
So that's 16 damage on all of them.
And what did you actually fire at them?
A drill. Apparently.
You said drill,
So-
but do you mean howitzer?
Yes, I meant
Yeah.
a drill with a small hydrogen bomb on the back of it. Yes. That seems a bit overpowered. That double damage zone attack. Are you double checking that, Alex? It does seem a bit crazy. Honest, that's still
So how much damage did you roll in total?
8 damage.
8 damage.
Yes.
I'm just going to say the front swarm gets blown to bits because you target
But
that
the
one.
blast does still affect everything within the zone.
Yeah, but
So
that's useless for us because I can't access the zone anyway.
Well, then get a long range weapon, mate. That's literally what I'm here for.
Yeah, sure, just give me a gun.
I can see now why
Yeah.
people don't use zones on tabletop simulators because if this was Theatre of the Mind, I'd say no. Each swarm of grots are in a different zone.
Yeah, it's tricky. You can't. That's why
Yeah.
you probably need smaller zones.
Yeah.
It's an interesting system. I've never seen a system that.
Yeah,
uses
I like
zones
it,
this.
but it does mean that it's a bit fitting, right? Because then you have to be quite precise. Then it's a bit bullshitty. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the
Hey.
system works best with the Tears of the Mind, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
DM's rule.
Yeah. I'll say.
Well,
for the
Tim
sake
can
of
apply some theatre of the mind.
for the sake of the combat, each swarm is in a different zone.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So initiative round 4, peeps, please.
Vel is obviously going to continue her great work fortifying the ship, and will defend the area and also take the dodge action. Next.
Turning it into a storm fort.
Yes.
Dirac then.
I've got a hail of doom.
Nice.
So, which group is the biggest?
They're all at 10 at the
Bottom one.
moment.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I'll shoot the closest group, which is that right one actually in the right zone, or?
Yeah, let's just move these so it's all like this.
Do they have any ranged weapons, by the way?
They
do we see?
do carry little
Whoa.
shooters.
Can I just retcon my action then and say instead of defending the zone, because I didn't even think to ask a second ago, but instead of defending the zone, Vel will move to Imran's side and defend Imran
Okay.
Okay.
Aw.
and raise her shield in front of the slightly frail.
I guess for
Casper.
this turn you might as well. They're fast though, so theoretically they could all rush the boat anyway. So.
Are they?
Well, good point. They're not the same, are they? So we don't know actually. Yeah, good point. So I don't know.
I'm hoping not.
Apologies. Yes, they're not the same, are
We'll find out.
they?
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
shoot
want
the
to.
right group.
Yeah, sorry, as you were.
Fuck.
Is that your Hail of Doom?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's not too great.
I'll use some metal and
Oh
do it again.
dear.
More like fail of doom.
Nice. Harsh for fun.
I'll use more metal to do that again.
Yeah. Okay, so they need to do, what was it again? Reflexes.
Yeah.
So Grot do not have any skills in reflexes.
Jesus.
So it's
Makes
just
sense,
the one dice there. So let's just roll 10d6, and any ones mean that they do survive.
Nice.
So you kill 8. Which swarm was it?
The right one.
Blah, 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 blah. Cool.
The sky black darkens with arrows.
And I think does the how much range does Brock's daughter have on her gun? Her automatic volley gun is long range. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
So she will shoot at the Grots.
Huzzah?
So it's 3 successes. So plus 2 is 5. Doubles the damage to 10 and kills them all.
Sounds good.
With the volley gun. Oops. Damn it. The hitbox on my line is so big. And then the rest of the crew shoot their pistols. I think it's like, what is it? Where is my 3d6. Looking for 3s. So that's 2 successes plus 1, so it's 3, and the other one gets 2 successes plus 3. So that is. This is so weird. These swarms are so shit. How does it?
It seems like if they get a damage in, it sounds like they're pretty deadly, but otherwise, yeah, a little bit.
It's
Soft.
just like we
Yeah.
know about mobs in Wrath of
It's
Glory,
true.
though. It's actually really
Yeah.
easy to kill.
Yeah.
But if they get to you, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So that is, and then these Grots finally get to do something after watching all of these other ones get cut down in front of them, and they move into here. Imran, does your trigger go off now?
I don't know because I asked for 2 swarms, but there's only 1 left. How does that work?
I did say do some enemies was my suggestion.
Yeah.
So, up to you. I guess.
Wasn't your ruling that you could then go at end of the round and then just reshift to do something different for yourself?
Yeah. I think you have to go at the end of the initiative then if you want to do something.
Nah, just wait.
Okay. Okay, cool. The Grots get to do something. Go, Grot, go.
Go,
Brody, go.
So they are going to shoot their shooters
There we go.
with their poor ranged attack.
Oh, good.
You know how good they are. So it's 1d6.
Which one? Just hit me in the heart and kill me.
1d6 2 attacks per point of current toughness. So they get 10d6. So it's 12d6.
Sounds like a lot.
And they will shoot at Vel, the gleaming Sigmar warrior standing aboard this
Yeah.
ship.
Whatever.
The
Hit
impenetrable.
on 6s.
Yeah, yeah, they are. There's 3
that's-
successes. It's literally just 3 damage.
Oh, that's
As the hail of doom comes once again, and they all just plink harmlessly off her shield.
Okay. And that is the end of the
deflect
initiative.
into.
It's the end of the initiative, Imran. If you want to act.
Yes, I do. Finally, something I
Don't
can
worry,
do.
guys. The fucking ogre's coming next, so it's gonna be fine.
Right, an arcane blast in the zone right next to me.
No.
That can't be right. Right, can I use a soul fire to reroll?
Oh,
You can.
Please, soul fire hog.
You can use.
I think we're okay. I think I feel like we'll be okay next round, and we've got a whole other round before they attack again. I think I wouldn't waste a soul fire.
You
We
won't
might
waste-
have
okay.
to face ogres.
Okay,
Yes,
so I
we
won't
can.
waste the soul fire, but I'll use my metal to cast again. Something?
You do get one success, don't you, when you use your focus on the other one?
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. I do get the success. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yes, so I did get success in the first one, which is 1 damage to everyone there. I get 2 successes in the second one using the focus, which is 2 more damage to everyone there, and that's the end of my previous round.
Yeah. You just gesture, and the whole ground in front of the ship erupts, and the grots get flown about like playthings. Blah. Right.
I need to keep that focus thing in mind. I always forget it for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm not used to it.
So.
No, it's I like it. It's very unique.
At the top of round 3, something massive pushes its
Yeah.
way through the army of grots' bodies, toppling a smouldering tree and crushing the tiny greenskins' bodies beneath its massive grey feet. Swarms of small squigs bounce and snap around its feet. It towers above the grots and squigs and bends under the weight of a bloated cluster of wide-capped mushrooms that protrude from its back in the shape of a twisted throne. Sitting atop these mushrooms,
here
cackling
we
with
go.
mad mirth and dripping with spore-thick slime, is the mighty Drizzleshroom himself.
Of course, it is.
Oh, he's back.
He's in a mushroom mech.
Well, well, well.
And
Looks like a fun guy.
Oh, shut up.
this is the chop.
I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't been said yet, to be honest.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So
nice.
he's strapped a throne to the back of that.
On top of it, on top of all the mushrooms. Made of mushrooms.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Look at his ears.
Look at his ears.
Oh god, yeah, they're grim. Yeah, no, they're not fun.
I'm not sure I can keep that one off the ship.
Well, you have to try. That's what your job.
Off my ship.
So, initiative 10, I believe, the mighty Drizzleshroom is.
Yay, I don't have to go
Yeah, but-
first.
But what about his bloody little? It's surely his big things that have initiative 10. The big thing he's
Yeah,
riding.
but he's got. That's a point actually.
Oh, he's like no, he's like fungled into it. I see. He's like possessed his brain through like the fungus. It's like a Last of Us style.
Yes. Yeah. So he is going to cast Mystic Shield upon himself.
He's
Coward.
What a
He's
dick.
probably too far away. I think he needs to be in medium for me to negate that. Let me check.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it has to be within medium range. Damn it.
So we need to get a 5 on 8 dice. Made. So he is now, what is it? +1 defense step.
Yeah, increases defense by 1
Each additional
per success.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a nice, sorry.
So he's
yeah, so
shielded
that
for
takes-
4 rounds.
Yeah.
Okie doke. And then he's going to bite the head off a squig and eat its innards and cast Mystic Shield on the
Oh,
Troggoth.
Christ's sakes.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Oh,
So that Troggoth is pretty
bastard.
tough for the rest of the encounter, I think. And then it's Imran, yeah.
I should have killed him while we had the chance. Toughy.
I will wait until he comes into the next zone.
Sounds good.
Who comes into the zone?
I mean, they're riding each other. Well, one's riding the other.
Cool, they're riding each other.
Madam.
So, I'm trying to figure out the differences. So, I can't remember the best thing to do. 4 plus successes.
Yeah, so
Just a 1, but I can do it twice. Let's use metal for that, so I get 10 rather than 7.
I'll say with
cool.
with the Troggoth, it's like in Wrath and Glory. It's like you want just lots of damage to overcome the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of day. Yeah, okay, cool.
Does it have a lot of defense then?
Oh yeah, so it's it can negate per shot.
Or
so
you just
okay.
get rid of its shock, I guess. And
how much armor does it have? Are we allowed to know that?
you will when you hit it.
I will go then.
Badass.
The flat cannon didn't have
The flat cannon, what?
a piercing or anything, did it? Didn't have piercing or anything like that. Didn't have any other extra fun bits. I think it was just
The cannon. No piercing. Etheric,
That's what, 4.
loud, two-handed, long range.
Alright, I'll turn the flat cannon on anyway, so we have damage, and I'll use my metal to amp up my skills. What is his defense rating? I guess that's the big question.
So,
Oh god.
funny you should ask. It's currently great,
Easier.
and
Isn't that great?
it is now superb.
Oh man.
And it's gonna be super for a long ass time.
So it'll be 6s.
Holy shit. Okay.
Don't forget there is a way to make all of your things 6s before you roll.
Okay. So I see. Yeah.
You can do that 3 times still.
It's better to have the most possible successes. Okay, fine. Well, I can do with that then. But that's still only.
Seems like a good time to use Soulfire.
I think so. Right. Okay. I'm using some Soulfire. Does everyone agree? Everyone just agree, or I call us Doom on the way. I can get quite a lot of
That's
dice up here. You okay with Soulfire, everyone?
No!
No.
Soulfire approved.
Let's do it.
God bless you.
Here we go. Powers up. So I guess that just does 11 damage then.
Correct. Yeah.
Going into Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah. So its armor is 2. So it goes down to 9.
Oh, that's nothing.
It goes down
Well then,
to 9.
yeah, actually the drill launch then really. But there we go.
So
No, it's still better. No, it's still better.
9 minus that. Okay, so the bolt blasts into it. It lurches forward. Drizzleshroom into his on his throne. Manages to climb back atop it. But the Troggoth still lives.
Of course.
Initiative 4, boys.
Come on.
After you.
Who are we focusing?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess he's going to take the big guy down, really.
So the big guy you're hitting on 6s.
Oh, that's a good point.
Drizzleshroom is so
Shielded.
many tabs. Yeah, he is good, which goes up to great. So
just a bit less.
it's 1 step less. So he'll be winning on 5s basically instead of 6s. But
Not that I'm sure we can see, but we probably assume that he's healed up any wound from before.
Oh.
He's back fresh.
correct. Also, he's got the Mystic Shield on actually, so it's 6s for both of them.
Brilliant.
Right. Using the great bow, I guess. Stay at a range. DN6.
So it's DN6.
How many dice can you roll in your pool?
I think it's 4.
Okay.
Or is
Basically,
it?
yeah,
Or is it 5 with the bow? Oh no. which is 4 with focus. You do get a success if you use your focus point there on the first one.
Oh.
But it's who are you shooting?
Yeah. The goblin, the gobbo.
Okay, well they both have armor too, actually, so it doesn't make a. It would only be 2 damage. The great bow unfortunately bounces off Drizzleshroom's cackling throne. Vel, are you?
Vel is gonna defend Imren and dodge.
Okay. And then the captain is going to shoot her volley gun. She is good, but it's still going to be 6s.
Oh, slight retcon. She's also going to issue a challenge to the little gobbo.
Nice. So it's 3 damage. So she does manage to plink a wound off of the Troggoth. The spread does half rounded up, so we'll say it does 1 damage to Drizzleshroom as well. And then the crew. Pistols can't be. No, the pistols are close range. Alright, and then. Is anyone else not acted? Imran, you're waiting.
I'm waiting, but I guess they didn't move, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know through, did we?
The Troggoth stomps forward.
Oh, there you go.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Into the
Yeah.
zone. It only has melee attacks. You'll be happy to know.
I mean,
Can't it spit acid or something?
Quite happy to know.
don't give my ideas.
It's a bit snot. Yeah, go ahead, Imran.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Seeing as how it only has a toughness of 2, not really worth casting Riptide, so instead I'll just cast Arcane Bolt in its direction.
Mm-hmm.
That is 3 successes. However, I can also use a focus to get that to 4 successes, which means that is 4 damage.
Okay. 4 damage, you say?
That is exactly, yes.
Okay. As you fire an arcane bolt at the Troggoth, you see it blast into him, but the energies ripple over him and his mushrooms glow as his innate magical resistance absorbs your magic spell. It basically doubles its armor against magic spells.
It does. Okay, then
Yeah.
from my metal, I will cast Riptide.
This will give Wotan flashbacks.
And I will use my focus to increase that 5 into a 6.
Okay.
And it defers 1 damage, which ignores armor.
Okay. So 1 damage. So is it just 1 damage?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it can. Okay, it has double dice for resisting stuff as well, but you don't have to resist that. Okay, so top of the round 4. Drizzleshroom is now in the range.
Oh god, yes. Uh-oh.
That row.
Taking that one through.
So he is going to shoot a couple of arcane bolts at Imran. Dares to fire at a poor Troggy.
Yeah, but I will actually try to unbind that.
Imran is being defended by
Does it have against magic?
by Vel. Attacks or spells that target the ally target you
Then
instead.
yes.
Target you instead. Okay.
Yep. And I'm dodging.
Oh, also you issued a challenge, right? Did you issue a challenge to Drizzleshroom or the Troggoth?
Drizzleshroom.
Okay. Then he shoots at you then.
So, yes,
Now you can take it then.
that's the plan.
1, 2.
So defense is up to great.
Spells
Nice.
ignore defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3 successes, so it's 3 damage.
Ha! Laugh in the face of your damage.
And it stamps its little foot and puffs of spores go up. And it shoots again. This time... Oh, 3 again.
Ah! As the arcane bolts just blast off
Okay.
the shield.
And then Imran.
Am I allowed to use 1 Soulfire
Better be good.
To do?
to cast Riptide at full strength, which would be how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 damage instantly.
I'll be doing 11 damage with my Soulfires. Just as a... Then we have 2 left, so...
I mean, if you want to use it yourself, go ahead. Okay, then I won't use it. I'll just cast.
I can use it one more time anyway, so that would leave us with 1 more Soulfire, so... Whatever the team agrees. But I'd like
Team?
this one.
Soulfire for everybody!
Hey!
Alright, cool. So then in that case, I'm just gonna cast this so that you can see how many dice there are, but they're all 6.
Yeah.
So that's 6 damage without your stupid armor doubling thing.
6 damage onto the Trogloth.
Can you spend a point of metal as well to do more dice?
Yes.
You could have, yeah.
Which would also
oh,
be 6.
wait. Oh wait, yo, can I also use the metal to double the dice with the Soulfire?
Yeah.
Well, you're not doubling dice, you're doubling the talent you
You're
cast
doubling the
spell.
training.
Training, sorry, yes.
Right, training is, let me check. That will be channeling, I guess, so that training is 2, so it's 4, so 2
Yeah, so
more,
another
so
2.
that's 8
Yeah.
in total then.
So
There
we 8
sick.
damage.
There you go.
Alright. Malgra.
And then, yes, I will turn keep my flat cannon, highly train him, and use Soulfire if everyone agrees again.
Yep.
Go for
To
it.
use the last of our Soulfire, imbue this flat cannon with the soul of our kin, and again use my metal to amp up my training, so that's 7 die plus 4 damage, it's 11 damage, but then minus the armor, I suppose, so 9 damage on Trollhoth.
Cool. Oh, actually, how many did you say? 7.
No. I did 9 total after 11. I did 11 total damage. I retracted your armor, so it's 9.
Okay,
That's what I was
I just remember. I just saw they regenerate health at the beginning of
Uh-oh.
their turn,
Okay.
but that would make it just 9 health. So your so your last gun goes straight through its head,
Yeah.
and it stumbles dumbly on its feet before crashing to the ground, spilling
Nice.
Drizzleshroom.
Good use of Soulfire, I'd say.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was close.
Yeah.
And what happens to little Drimbly Bomb? He just goes tripling up, falling off, does he?
If he escapes to get on jumping ships and chase after him.
Oh god, yeah, yeah.
um.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe he takes like.
Don't you dare.
Let me set. Okay, I'm gonna do 1d6 like falling damage. Okay, he takes 2
Yeah,
falling
that's
damage.
fair.
Is that he
That's
scrabbles
fair.
away from the Trogloth's dead corpse. And then it's initiative 4, boys. Looks like
Finish him.
meat is back on the menu.
As I rush in there, I say.
Right, Vel.
Yeah.
Time to put the metal to him.
Vel finally stops defending and deflecting arcane bolts and arrows and all,
Waves of mushrooms.
and leaps over the side of the ship and charges at the little fucking wretch. With words of smiting on her lips.
Nice.
So she will make her attack with a pool of 66, and she'll be attacking at superb level.
Okay, it's
Nice.
he doesn't.
Oh
get...
wait, will it? No, sorry, she'll be attacking at great because of the challenge.
Yes, so it doesn't get its +1 from range, but it does get it from the shield. I think the shield counts still from melee, right? Mystic shields. Yes, so it still works in melee.
Okay, so he
great.
So he's also great. Crikey. So it's just 4s then.
Great little bastard.
Okay, so just 2, and then a focus on one of them, so 3. So that's 4 damage.
Okay, it takes 2
and
damage.
Then point of metal to do it again. 1, 2, just 3 damage this time. Tough little bastard.
He dodges around, throwing mushrooms at you desperately. No, get away, get away!
Yeah.
Right, Dirac, can you finish the job with your sword of greatness?
In similar style, I leap down, sword drawn, rushing in.
Massively.
On his flank.
With 2 swords drawn.
Yeah, taking the sword. I slashed his throat.
Nice. Grab his script. So because it's 2 steps or more higher, his defense, it means that you hit on the DN is 6.
Jesus.
Nah, this guy's OP.
He's a big boy.
He is kind of bullshit.
You use all the sulfire to kill the Troggoth, unfortunately.
That's true. Worthy, I think
Ah.
it was wise.
Vel was about to get down and charge the Troggoth and hope for the best.
So you do manage to scratch him. One more toughness taken off. You can attack
Nice.
again. Oh, actually, do you have any?
Sure.
Oh, you don't have any focus in melee.
Balls.
How dare you?
No,
You got 4 5s though. That's annoying.
Yeah, but no 6s.
Okay, the rest of the crew, like the captain, leaps off the ship, and she's like,
Simmer's doing it.
and she's like, the wee runt is ours for the taking, lads. Let's make him rue the day.
Magra, do you want to start the ship and let's just leave?
Free ride, boys!
So she fires her volley gun. 0 successes. Cool.
No doubt.
And then they're gonna fire their pistols at DN6. Also,
Great job, guys.
There's nothing happening.
He's literally like just sliding all over the place on his spores. Like you can't see what you're hitting, and it's like all these bullets going through all of his mushrooms.
Oh god, he's a Teemo.
Oh, he's fucking teammate. And they kind of like hang on to the rigging off the side of the ship. And yeah, I guess that is the end of the turn. Is it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Who'd have thought this little fucker would be a tank?
Alright.
He's got a magical shield, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, so
But does he have a higher initiative than I do?
Yeah, you got 10.
Yeah, he's
Oh
got
yeah,
10.
he's got a 10.
So he's gonna
fucking
start. He's gonna start running. Back
Ah,
and
no.
firing arcane bolts again at Vel.
Doesn't like Vel, does he?
On my turn, I'm gonna roll might and just hold him down.
Well, yeah, I would suggest you can grapple and do stuff, yeah. I would suggest that.
So there's only 2 successes. Oh, and then 4 successes.
That's
Okay. Is that total 4 damage
Yeah.
on the second one? So yeah, she takes a minor
He's got
minor
no,
injury.
He's got no squigs to like guide. That's the problem.
No problem, Russ.
Cool. And then I think he's going to do on this zone is going to do Arcane Blast.
Ooh.
He only gets one. only gets 1/6.
Yep, it's 1 damage there.
So there's 1 damage to everyone in this zone. I think everyone's got enough armor. Yes, they do. Okay, Imran.
Right, Imran leaps off the ship.
Alright, now I fly off with the ship.
Oh, it's cool to leap on the ship now.
It is now, because he's not getting away.
I'm definitely taking the ship for a joyride.
It's happening now. I'm sorry. Yeah, and full on arcane bolt to his face.
Mm-hmm.
With using the focus to turn that 3 into a 4, which means 3 successes. Which means 3 damage.
You do 1 more damage to him.
Right, and using the metal to cast again. Please work in my favor. That's 2 successes, and once again, shifting that focus into a 4, deal 3 more damage, which will be 1 more damage.
It's just 1 more damage.
Is he still standing?
He's still going. You're just zapping him on his bum, and he's like, "Ooh." Malgra.
Okay, so our issue here is his DN. So I want to get more. I want to be able to roll more things up, really. So I think I'm better off doing 2 different hits. So I think I'll do a metal to try and shift them up. So I'll just go for a regular hit with the flak cannon because that damage is so much higher as well.
Got bullseye this little womp rat.
But isn't if there's base damage, if I hit, am I not always doing 4 damage, or is that a bit crazy?
Yeah, you're always doing at least 4 damage plus successes.
Minus the armor. Brilliant. Well, I'll definitely use that then. Great. Right. Okay. And while I'm just, I'm also kind of just turning the engine on as well. Just starting to rev things up a bit.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. So yeah,
because you can do that from the front great sky cannon.
Yeah, of course you can.
That's where the
steering wheel and the cannon is the same thing exactly. So yeah, it's just 5d6 going for the hit. This is 1. There you go. Yeah, nice. Yeah, hit. There you go. So that's 5. That's 5 damage right there.
Yep. You nail him in the back with the bolt gun. He goes blasting forward onto his face.
That's
all of his spores puff and dissolve into the ground.
You guys thought you were so cool jumping off the boat in impressive styles. I just stood in one place the whole combat and just.
So after that, the ship powers up and starts to hover in the air.
It does because I turned on the engine.
I drive my sword through the troll's head.
Nice.
To make sure it's dead.
Nice.
That's an Iska move, if I saw one.
It is.
And you all board the Grund, now belonging to your mate, Captain Borkendotter.
I think you'll find it's Captain Malgra at this point. If you want to get back on my ship, everyone.
I think at best you're a gunnery rating.
Yes.
Well, right.
Yeah,
Gunnery rating,
yeah, gunnery officer. The smoky blur that marks the kindling forest dwindles to an indistinguishable smear on the horizon as the Grund limps up into the sky. A few days into your journey, a half-dozen other airships are spotted in the sky. They are all that is left of the once proud Kharadron fleet. Each ship and crew bears countless scars and haunted faces that tell of their own harrowing experiences. There is no sign of the Chaos Storm of Zinch's demons which struck down so many good souls. With prayers to their gods, the survivors of the expedition form up once more and continue onward to the city of Brightspear. And that's you arriving.
That looks interesting. What is floating above it?
Those trees look shit.
It's all the it's all the airships.
It's not loading for me.
Doesn't look that nice, Brightspear, to be honest.
No. Well, it's been controlled by Zinch for a long time.
Is that on the right, like a chaos cloud thing again?
Might be.
That's just London smog.
Holidays.
London calling.
Yeah, that's just.
I miss London.
Cool, and that's it.
Hey!
Wow.
and you
But we didn't complete our mission.